Tony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like Absa. From funding to guidance, Absa stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. Absa.
Citi 97.3 FM.
There can be no other than 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Come on.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. Citi
29 minutes past 6. 97.3 Citi FM. Rock of ages cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy wounded side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Save from wrath and make me pure. Our ancient rock of ages, hallowed be thy name. His name is Perez Music, and this is one of his more famous tracks, inspired by the hymn originally sung by Augustus Top Lady, born in 1740. A beautiful Methodist hymn, Rock of Ages, inspiring a young man here in Accra, Ghana, to come up with this fantastic medley. In the season of Lent, as Muslims also fast, it's a time of rededication, recommitment to the name of the Lord. It's the season before Easter. And to all those who are going through the practice, this is a great song to encourage you as you cleft to the Rock of Ages. 6:31, Business Sense brought to you by Absa. With Absa, you get more than just a bank. You get tailored banking and finance solutions like loans, credit cards, and digital banking that helps you save, plan ahead, and take control of life's big and small moments. So whatever saying yes looks like for you, make it happen with Absa. Make 2026 the year of yes. Your story matters. Absa. So we start off with a news review segment, and it's brought to us by Fidelity Bank. So why don't you switch to us today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rate, higher loan amount, and personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, contact 0800 003 355 or go to fidelitybank.com.gh. Connect with us on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. It's an interactive show this morning. We are happy to hear from you on our WhatsApp number 053 998 6996. That's our WhatsApp line to hear from you. Lots of feedback coming in on the show this Tuesday morning. It's the 24th day of February. So many things to think about on this day. Today is the 60th anniversary of the overthrow of Ghana's first president. I'm sure that will mean a lot to people from the socialist side. And with that, I welcome my colleagues Caleb Kuda and Godfred Akotobuafo. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning.
It's interesting to live in a time of history.
It
24th
is.
February 2026.
Yes.
It's exactly 60 years ago.
And normally I would wait until 7:30, but today is the birthday of my daughter.
She was born on 24th February.
Yes.
Which means that so she came to perform a coup in your life,
my life. Happy,
Okay.
and I'm saying this because she's on her way to school.
She can listen.
Yeah, so she can
But she's
hear me.
aware that she was born on 24th February.
Yes, she's pretty much
She knows
aware.
the power of that date,
Yes.
which means her mandate for her life
Yes.
is to disrupt,
Yes.
is to change
You know,
things.
I am very pro Ghana history. So
She understands.
she has been taught.
What is her name?
Her name is Kiona Abnasi Abiakotobuafo.
Na Kiona no kofafi.
No, mami, oh.
I have no
Kiona, so happy birthday from Mami Brago, from myself, from Nana, Granddaddy, from Big Mama,
Yes.
from Big Daddy,
everybody,
from
both home and abroad.
from Kakwa, from
Today's your
everybody.
day.
Today's your day.
Yes.
She says she's going to do party.
Amazing.
So
In school.
In school, she's on her way. Giddy.
Charlie,
She woke up at 3 a.m.
One of the things I like about my children's school is that they ban parties in school.
No, there's no party in my school as well. When I say party,
okay.
I'm qualifying.
They only allow party for preschool.
Yes, they don't allow parties
because
as well.
where the party thing can reach.
Yeah, you generate competitions. They have very strict
you will
rules
distort your budget
about that.
So every morning I wake up, I thank God for that.
So Aloski, thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you for giving me the.
I was also waiting for 7:30 because today is my sister-in-law's birthday as well.
Hey,
yeah. So
allow us, Aloski.
Okay.
If you don't allow us, who else will they allow?
So today is your sister-in-law.
Yes, Sylvia Samensa. She's amazing. So coming
Sylvia.
from Sylvia Samensa. Yes, coming from all of us, Winnie, Daddy, and my wife Stella, and of course the whole band. We are saying a very happy birthday to you. Yes, 24th February. Wonderful. It's a very special one for us as well. So.
What a day to be born.
Yes.
What a day to be alive. I tell you.
We'll perhaps get into the cool business later, but let me take you to the front page of the Daily Graphic, where, the story has brought itself. Kotoka International Airport reverts to Accra International Airport. Although the photo here says Kotoka International Airport. I thought as soon as you change it,
just change the thing itself. Exactly what I was saying.
Let it go. Economy post fastest turnaround. 40 Ghanaian languages face extinction. Big story. Bernard, government should enable economy, not control it. This is coming from Osahin Alexander Apenyomakin. Teacher licensure exam not cancelled.
Right. The Inside newspaper all set for Ghana's Day of Shame today. Progressives, Pan-Africanists to speak at a public forum on Nkrumah's overthrow, and 60 years on exposing the anti-Nkrumah lies, falsehoods, and the vile propaganda. Kotoka no more. Ghana restores Accra International Airport name, and Day of Shame. Nkrumah and the struggle for freedom is all about Nkrumah on the Inside this morning.
Front page of the Daily Guide newspaper, U.S. court denies Uforiata bail. Farmers head to court over cocoa price cuts. 3 arrested with 156 bills of wheat. The Kotoka story makes it to this front page as well. Car snatching syndicate busted. 1 killed, 4 caged. We had the IGP himself address this press conference on the arrest of this particular car snatching syndicate.
Ghanaian Times leads with the Ofanko and Sawam Road project. It says that it's progressing steadily. Contractor to complete work on schedule. This is according to the resident engineer. And Asantehene is here. Illegal mining. Asantehene urges government to adopt measures to preserve water bodies. GES suspends inter-school sports in central region as police probes incident, and 4 arrested in deadly Oshim Tigo Junction robbery.
And that story also makes it to the front page of the Overseer this morning from the central region. Also very sad, Bernard. Bongo DCE dies after short illness. On the front page, conflict of interest at Cocoa Board as Afua demands Atoboating steps aside. There's a photo of the deputy CEO of Cocoa Board, Atoboating, and looks like a fallout from the finance minister's visit to the immigration, to the customs people. Mahama appoints Aaron Kano as acting customs commissioner at GRA.
So daybreak today, Kofi Adams orders revocation of 17 NSA appointments. Apenyomakin questions government support for Gold Board. Telegram deletes Russian sexy videos, and customs commissioner sacked over tango with minister.
And with Economy Times.
Economy Times, Dr. Siama Esiodun Ketia, others mourn late Economy Times editor Elom Desewu, and falling global prices set off new alarm bells for Ghana's cocoa pricing regime. Energy Commission Board set to revolutionize Ghana's EV landscape with new regulations.
I have a lot of stories online. CitiNewsroom.com. Cement manufacturers warn of price hike over clinker delays at port. Meanwhile, IMF lifts Africa's growth forecast. Ghana others set for expansion. Tomato prices soar in Accra after Burkina Faso attack. Meanwhile, only 127 of 318 ambulances are grounded, according to the National Ambulance Service. So close to 2/5 of the ambulances are not working. Energy Ministry says no return to doom, so power supply remains stable. And then Kolebu interdicts 2 doctors and 2 nurses over the hit and run no bed case. So it's a good start. Police have given Swebusco or Swebus 24 hours to produce. What did I say? Swesbu, 24 hours to produce students over assault. We saw that horrific video. And so the police are saying this is not indiscipline, this is criminality. And if the school doesn't produce the students, they will produce the students themselves. Those are stories on the Citi Newsroom online page. If you go to Channel 1 News Online, 159 MMDA's development plans yet to be certified by NDPC. This is the DG. EPA to launch pilot cleanup of Birim River. Mahama names Aaron Kano as acting commissioner of SEPS. Meanwhile, Ghana remains key to Goldfields' portfolio. This is Mike Fraser speaking yesterday on the point of view. Cocoa Board Deputy CEO welcomes probe, denies conflict of interest. And then this is another troubling one. Fire guts Zabzugu market in the northern region. 1 week, one fire. That's what we're seeing now. Major Online, push them too hard, lose them to private hospitals. MP warns on doctors and rural postings. Meanwhile, Mahama is private sector participation in industrial water supply reforms. And as I said, 127 of 318 ambulances grounded as fleet ages. National Ambulance Service official reviews. This was on the point of view yesterday. He said the ambulances have a 5-year lifespan and they were procured mostly in 2019. So it's 2026. Some of them have done 7 years.
5 years.
Don't stop at Aflao. FABAC demands nationwide border ban on selected transit goods.
Yeah.
Those are some of the stories making the rounds. The High Street Journal is also focused on health. Less than 10% of Ghana's public hospitals can handle complex surgery. This is according to Teddy Totime. Channel 1 TV premieres The Blanksons in strategic push to rekindle Ghana's local production industry. I'll give you that story. Meanwhile, reflections from Mexico for Ghana, the economics of stability. Those who say we can't eat stability, let's take a closer look at Mexico. Meanwhile, Trade Transport Ministries move to export bottlenecks as cement makers warn of risking demurrage costs or rising demurrage costs. This story is a big one. Citi Newsroom leads with it, and the High Street Journal also has it. Indeed, yesterday the president met with over 150 private sector producers, and the issue of cement delays at the port came up strongly. So maybe I can start with that. Daniel Sakite reports that cement prices could be headed for an increase, for an increase as prolonged congestion at Ghana's ports continues to delay the discharge of clinker, the key raw material used in cement production. Industry players have warned that mounting demurrage costs resulting from vessels waiting up to 13 to 20 days to berth may ultimately be transferred to consumers if urgent interventions fail to ease the situation. The looming threat of price hikes dominated an emergency meeting convened on Monday, February 23 by Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry Elizabeth Ofosue-Jari in collaboration with Minister for Transport Joseph Bukari Nikwe. The meeting brought together cement manufacturers and key sector players to address operational bottlenecks that have left clinker shipments stranded at the harbour for between 2 to 3 weeks, causing significant financial strain on the industry. Now, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Manufacturers of Cement, Dr. George Dosenamwa, described the situation as dire, stating that the cement industry was leaking financially due to escalating demurrage charges. Now, the two ministries are collaborating. Mr. Nikwe assures stakeholders that government is fast-tracking dredging works to expand berthing capacity and accommodate larger vessels. So our ports need to be expanded to get larger vessels to come in. He says when the dredging is completed by end of June, the port will be able to handle vessels of over 20,000 tons compared to the current 8,000 ton capacity. This expansion will significantly reduce vessel traffic. Let me give you another story still on prices of goods. Tomato prices saw in Accra after Burkina attack. Again, we're talking about imports, we're talking about Ghana. Daniel Sakiti again reports that tomato prices have gone up sharply across some markets in Accra following the recent terrorist attack that took 8 Ghanaian lives in Burkina Faso. Traders in the capital say they've been forced to largely depend on supplies from Togo as sources from Burkina Faso have become increasingly risky. The shift in supply channels have significantly pushed up wholesale prices with rippling effects on retail market. Citi Business visited the CMB and saw a steep increase in tomato prices. For example, a basket which was previously supplied at 3,000 cedis is now supplied between 8 and 9,000 cedis. And according to some of the traders, there's pressure in the system. The large basket previously cost 3,000, but now we buy between 8 and 9, according to Prisla Opoku, a tomato trader.
But let me link that to Economy Times' falling global prices set off new alarm bells for Ghana's cocoa pricing regime. Toma Mehe writes that a sustained and significant slide in global cocoa prices dominated in US dollars is heightening new concerns about economic viability of Ghana's recently downward revised CD-denominated cocoa producer price, potentially eroding export competitiveness competitiveness again and putting farmers' income at risk once more. As at mid-February, the price of cocoa on the global market had fallen to $3,613 per ton, which is lower than Ghana's new producer price of 41,392 Ghana cedis per ton, which translates to 3,762 per ton, US dollars per ton. Now, an exchange rate of 11 Ghana cedis to $1. This is even as local farmers are vigorously protesting against the recent downward review, arguing that President Mahama continues on page number 15, dealing with the falling global price and how it's setting new alarm bells for Ghana's cocoa pricing regime.
Well, on page 3 of the Daily Guide, they are reporting that cocoa farmers across the country have hinted of plans to drag the government to court over the non-payment of beans supplied for more than 6 months and the recent reduction in producer cocoa price. The Director of Communications of the NPP, Director of Communications for the NPP Baumia campaign team in 2024, Dennis Miracles Abuaji, who disclosed this in an interview yesterday, described the situation as uncalled for and largely beyond partisan politics.
The Cocoa Farmers Association have called for negotiations between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire to establish proper regulation on cocoa supply to the world market in a bid to secure better prices for producers. The farmers believe a coordinated action between the two leading cocoa producing countries would help stabilize supply and strengthen their bargaining power in the international market.
Let me stay with the Daily Guide story. The government has officially, on page 3 again, the government has officially reverted the name of Kotoka International Airport to its original designation, the Accra International Airport. The Ministry of Transport announced yesterday. The ministry assured the public that the name change will not affect airport operations, safety standards, or international travel arrangements. The facility's International Civil Aviation Organization code ACC will remain unchanged. Now,
the code is ACC, so I think it's okay.
There have been some big changes in some places around the country. Do you have?
Yes. So for example, yesterday we interviewed the Deputy Finance Minister about what happened with the goods in transit. So President Mahama, we don't know whether it's related, but the president has appointed Aaron Kano as acting Commissioner General at GRA. So Mr. Kano, a seasoned customs professional with more than 3 decades of experience in revenue mobilization, border security and trade facilitation at the GRA, a statement issued says his appointment reflects a career marked by integrity, operational excellence and strategic leadership. Before his role, he served as officer in charge of port operations, where he supervised key customs functions, including enforcement of customs laws, revenue collection and trade facilitation. You can tell that the issue of smuggling is key. Yesterday, the president mentioned at his meeting with private sector that smuggling and counterfeiting are economic sabotage. A quick story from Akosia Trade says that President Mahama has warned that smuggling, counterfeiting, and the rebagging of inferior products amounts to economic sabotage, pledging that his administration would treat such acts as serious economic sabotage. The warning comes after the interception of 18 articulated trucks declared for transit to Niger, which was suspected to be part of a broader diversion scheme. Then the FABAG is saying, don't stop at Aflao. They are asking for further nationwide bans on selected transit goods, which according to them, remember, Mr. Awuni has been talking about this a lot. So Food and Beverage Association has called on government to extend the ban on selected transit goods beyond the Aflao border to all land entry points across the country.
Right.
Caleb.
I wanted to bring this background to it. Says Customs Commissioner sacked, because we know that there's a new one.
Yes.
But then the Commissioner of the Ghana Revenue Authority Customs Division, Brigadier General Anand Glover, has been dismissed from office in circumstances that have sparked allegations of political interference. This particular paper says that sources close to it say that Brigadier General Glover's removal followed months of tensions between him and the Minister of State, who reportedly sought to influence certain administrative decisions within the Customs Division.
But you can see that the appointment of this new person coming on the back of the revelation, there's connections. So even though the statement doesn't state that, you can infer that there's a lot of concern about what happens at the port.
And do you have the interdiction story as well? That was story
Kolebu. So again, I have 2 stories on health. Kolebu has interdicted 2 doctors and 2 nurses over the hit and run case. Abigalata reports that Kolebu Teaching Hospital has interdicted 2 doctors and 2 nurses over the alleged failure to provide emergency care to a hit-and-run victim. The decision was announced in a statement issued by hospital management yesterday, Monday, February 23, following public concern over the circumstances surrounding the incident, which reportedly led to the victim's death. Management said an internal committee has been constituted to investigate the matter and establish the facts surrounding the conduct of the medical staff involved. Pending the outcome of the probe, the hospital has directed all persons connected to the case to cooperate fully with the committee to ensure a fair, thorough, and transparent inquiry. This is what we've been asking for.
Yeah.
Now, what is interesting is Kolibud does not mention the name of these two health professionals.
Right.
But we do know that 29-year-old Charles Emisa, an engineer at Promasidor, died following a hit-and-run accident at Circle Overpass on February the 6th after sustaining severe shoulder injuries. He was attended to by emergency service providers who stabilized him and prepared him for hospital transfer. He was turned away by Police Hospital, Ridge Hospital, and Kolibud Hospital. Now, the ambulance service is also speaking. Yesterday, on the point of view, I interviewed Martin Ewa Amua, who said that 127 out of the 318 ambulances they have are currently not operational. The clinical auditor of the southern zone of the ambulance service told Point of View that we have 318 stations, but currently we have 191 in commission or functional, and 127 out of the of them are not working for obvious reasons, because an ambulance has a lifespan of 5 years. So after 5 years, there should be some steps to replace them. Otherwise, like any vehicle, high maintenance issues will crop up. Now, if you do the calculation, 127 out of 318, that's about 2/5 of the ambulances are not working. It's a serious issue. Of course, we are discussing emergency service provision, which is why this matter came up.
Well, Bernard, to some breath of fresh air, Ofanko and Sawam Road project is progressing steadily, and the contractor, we are told, is set to complete work on schedule. This is according to the resident engineer. If you go to the center spread of Ghanaian Times, Kingsley Asari writes that work on the Ofanko and Sawam Road project is progressing steadily, with most scope of the work completed. So far, about 80% of the work has been completed, with most parts of the road asphalted. Also, most of the storm drains and gutters have been completed. In addition, the various flyovers and footbridges are at various stages of completion. The Ofanko and Sawam Road forms part of the National Route 6 N6, which links Accra to the northern parts of the country. The scope of work includes the construction of 4 major interchanges at Amasaman, Pubima, Media, and in Sawam Junction, as well as a number of flyovers, footbridges, service roads, and ancillary facilities aimed at improving safety and easing congestion along the stretch. The project is estimated at $346.5 million and is being executed by Maripoma Enterprise Limited under a design and build contract arrangement.
While we commend the company and the government for the progress, some residents on that stretch have sent me a statement. They say the state of street lights on the Circle Achimota of Ankopokwasi Highway a looming danger. Now, according to them, the Circle of Anko Pokwasi Highway is probably the road with the highest volume of vehicular movement each single day in Ghana. Experts describe this road as one of the arteries of Ghana because it connects the southern belt through the middle and north. But then they're saying that for the past couple of years, there has been no functioning street lights in the evenings. Functioning street lights are the mark of every city worth its salt, and Accra is no exception. One is always tense when driving in the night on the Circle Achimota of Anko Pokwasi Road because of the total darkness one meets. To add to this distressing situation, the entire Pokwasi interchange is in total darkness in the evenings due to the absence of street lights.
That's true.
The street lights in and around the interchange have become white elephants. This is a looming danger.
True.
Accidents are looming on the Achimota of Anko Pokwasi Road. Those in charge must take urgent steps to fix the street lights on the road. A word to the wise is enough.
Professor Alex Berima sent me pictures of the situation at night, and it's very bad.
So whilst the road is progressing, we want to say that road is incomplete without the markings and the lights. So please do something.
Let me take you to page 13 of the Daily Graphic, Bernard. 40 Ghanaian languages face extension. This is coming from the Executive Director of the Ghana Library Authority, Ziblim Al-Hassan Betintiche, as revealed that at least 40 Ghanaian languages are on the verge of extinction, warning that urgent and deliberate measures are required to preserve the country's linguistic heritage. He said 70 African languages, including the Boro language in Ghana, had become extinct. Additionally, Dompo, once spoken by a hunter-gatherer group in Bunu, is now confirmed extinct, with speakers having shifted largely to Akan. Several other Ghanaian languages are critically endangered, including Nauri in northern Ghana, Tuwuli or Bowiri in the Oti region, Chala in eastern Ghana, and certain dialects of Anufu Chakosi in the north. On the same, in the same paper, Bernard, you have the teacher licensure exam not cancelled on page 13. That's on the same page. This coming from the National National Teaching Council. So you can
let me give you a quick education story.
Yeah.
Police have given Suez Boost 24 hours to produce students over assault. We saw the video. The Ghana Police Service has given the management of Swedu School of Business 24 hours to produce students alleged to have assaulted a student of a Bright Senior High School during a district inter-schools athletics competition. The directive was issued during a meeting between the police and the school's management on Monday. So Monday is February 23, not 24. Editor, please check. Following the incident which occurred on February 20, the DG of the police CID, Lydia Yakun Donko, warned that the service would adopt stringent measures to identify and arrest the suspect if the school failed to comply.
Thank you.
And I'm happy with what she said. As a law enforcement, when incidents of this nature occur, we have to investigate and arrest. We have a number of ways by which we can make the arrest. But because this is a school environment, we are not going to adopt one of those means. This is why I'm giving you, as a school the authority, that responsibility to produce them.
Sharp.
She says if they fail to produce the student, it will compel the police to take further action.
Thank you.
100% support this action by the police.
Thank you very much. Meanwhile, GES has suspended inter-school sports in the central region as the police continues with their probe. Cliff Ekufo writes that the Ghana Education Service has directed for the immediate suspension of all zonal inter-school sporting activities among senior high schools and senior high technical schools, the background of which you've already heard. Bernard, there are two important stories I want to bring to your attention there. Draft EV charging infrastructure, battery swap systems regulations ready. This
Wonderful.
is Professor Gachi. Energy Commission says that it has completed the draft electric vehicle charging infrastructure and battery swap system regulations, which are now awaiting parliamentary approval. And the commission's that's the commission's board chair, Professor John Gachi, announcing. He was speaking at the opening of a 3-day engagement for board members and technical officers in Ho last Friday. Also, people have talked about the duties on electric vehicles and asked that
they
we
must
look
go.
at that
They must go because
prohibitive.
EVs are sustainable and the duties on them don't make sense. Somebody sent me a message, Goldfield, a car he bought in China for $10,000. When you add a couple of things to it, shipping and all the accoutrements, it was about $13,700.
Yeah.
Guess how much he's paying on duty
port.
at the port? $17,000.
That's more than the value. $4,000 more than the
So
value.
if we are serious about EVs, we need to really deal with the issue of the what do you call it? Let me give you a quick political story. Okay. So the minority is asking for a probe by the OSP into Atlas Commodities. So minority in parliament through the MP for Old Tafo Vincent Koisufua has called for a full criminal investigation by the by the OSP into the operations of Atlas Commodities Limited. Speaking to journalists in Accra, Mr. Sifua questioned how the company was able to operate in warehouses without prior license. He claimed that Atlas Commodities, a private firm, had been using warehouse registered under the PBC without authorization, raising concerns about potential conflict of interest and misuse of resources. And this is traced to, I think, the deputy CEO of Cocoa Board, who himself has welcomed a probe and denied conflict of interest. So, Deputy CEO of Cocoa Board, Atu Boateng, has expressed support for investigations by the Office of Special Prosecutor and SHRAJ following allegations of conflict of interest. So basically, that's something to keep an eye on.
Let me just run you through this one as well from page 2 of the Daily Guide. Former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been denied bail by a U.S. court, leaving him in detention in Virginia as he fights deportation. According to reports, Judge David Garde ruled against his request, stating that he has access to adequate medical care at the ICE facility. And I'll wrap up, Bernard, with the sports page of the Daily Graphic on page 47. Kofi Adams, Minister of Sports and Recreation, has pledged 2 months of his salary to the Ghana Sports Fund.
Well, ICS demands ban on cat and dog meat consumption. This story is by Elizabeth Kabuki Okanse. The Institute the Institute of Community Sustainability, ICS, led by Executive Director Eric Jerry Edu, has called for an immediate ban on the consumption of cats and dogs in Ghana, citing serious public health risks and ethical concerns, urging the government, media, and the public to recognize these animals as companions rather than livestock. I agree. According to Edu, cats and dogs play essential roles in Ghanaian homes. True. They are family companions, providing emotional support to children and the elderly, and serve as security guides. Kale, we have to progress. Protecting homes and businesses, Treating them as meat diminishes their value and undermines community bond. But that's not all. That's not all. He also warned that consuming cats and dogs poses a grave threat to human health. Unregulated slaughter and handling can transmit deadly diseases such as rabies.
It's true.
Trichileloniasis and cholera.
That's right.
Putting individuals and communities
Anthony
at
Campbell will
serious-
not agree.
No, stop that nonsense. I dissociate myself from that.
The city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, go me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind safe be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go! Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life.
Hey.
I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I day your side, Fidelity.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's time for the City Business News. And Na Shikasisa is here with the details. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Mr. Avle. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank and Valex Lease. Coming up, International Monetary Fund IMF projects stronger growth for sub-Saharan Africa despite divergent risk. And supply disruptions push up tomato prices on retail market. Also coming up, economic watchers caution that aggressive cedi appreciation may risk import surge. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's settle for the details of our stories. The IMF says growth in sub-Saharan African countries, including Ghana, is expected to expand after upgrading its economic outlook for the region, projecting growth of 4.6% in 2026 on the back of macroeconomic stabilization and reform efforts. The revised forecast signals strengthening recovery momentum across parts of the continent, even as vulnerabilities persist and conflict hits and oil-dependent economies. Addressing a recent press briefing, the Director of Communications at the IMF, Julie Kozak, said recent policy adjustments in several key economies are beginning to yield results.
What we've seen in sub-Saharan Africa is that the growth outlook has been improving. Growth has been revised up to 4.6% in 2026. And this has been supported by some of the macroeconomic stabilization and reform efforts in key economies. That said, we do see divergences, right? We do see 9 out of the 20 of the world's fastest growing economies this year are in Africa. But we also see headwinds in conflict-affected countries. which of course are still struggling on the growth front and often on the humanitarian front as well. And with lower oil prices, some oil exporters are also facing headwinds. So we do see a bit of a divergent picture across Africa with some very fast and dynamic, fast-growing and dynamic economies.
That was Director of Communications at the IMF, Julie Kozak. Now, economist Professor Godfred Bokpin has cautioned that a recent appreciation of the cedi could expose Ghana's economy to increased import pressures with potential dislocations across key sectors. Speaking to Citi Business News, Professor Bokpin described the pace of the city's gains as too aggressive, warning that a sharp strengthening of the local currency could undermine the competitiveness of domestic producers and widen the country's import bill. His comments come ahead of President John Mahama's State of the Nation address scheduled for February 27.
The approach government adopted to resetting the economy has worked to a large extent in terms of resetting the economic fundamentals. Essentially, you could see clearly that inflation was a big issue for government and the exchange rate, and therefore they set out to bring down inflation. And inflation has come down drastically. In my estimation, inflation has come down far below what we expected. That in itself has its own risks. Then when you talk about the exchange rate, the city has appreciated. My considered view is that the level of appreciation was too aggressive for a small open economy like ours that has weak and high domestic productive cost base. It only makes us more vulnerable to import and has potential to cause dislocations in the economy and affect exports significantly.
That was Professor Godfrey Bokpin. Now, aviation expert Sean Mendes is warning of significant indirect cost following the official renaming of Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. Speaking to Citi Business News, Sean Mendes explained that the financial implications will extend well beyond the replacement of physical signage at the airport.
There will be a cost impact to it, but in terms of direct aviation impact, it will be virtually zero. Indirectly, the cost impact of a name change can run into the hundreds of millions of dollars because it's not just the cost of changing it yourself, but everybody else who is, who has a link with the airport. So, for example, every airline which has an office at the airport, on their letterhead where they put Kotoka International Airport, they now need to reprint those letterheads on their business cards, on websites, on everything. All of this needs to be changed. So it's not going to be an immediate impact. It's not like suddenly someone's going to have to write a check. But when you add up the costs of all these little changes over the course of multiple years, you could be looking in the tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars.
Sean Mendes is an aviation expert. Now, tomato prices have risen sharply across some markets in Accra following a recent attack on Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso. The incident has disrupted a major supply route and increased cost pressures along the value chain, as traders say they are now relying heavily on supplies from neighboring Togo, as sourcing from Burkina Faso has become increasingly risky. The disruption has led to a surge in wholesale prices, with the impact being felt directly by resellers and consumers. Daniel Sakiti has more.
A visit to CMB by Citi Business News observes steep increases in tomato prices. A basket that was previously supplied at 3,000 Ghana cedis is now selling between 8,000 and 9,000 Ghana cedis. This has caused traders to pass on the effects to consumers.
There is significant pressure in the system now. This basket previously cost 3,000 Ghana cedis, but we now purchase it between 8,000 and 9,000 Ghana cedis. Prices have more than doubled. Retailers also complain and sometimes abandon purchases when we quote the new prices. This basket used to sell for 300 cedis before the attack in Burkina Faso, but now it's selling for 700 cedis, with some traders pricing it as high as 800 Ghana cedis.
Other tomato traders also highlighted how similar developments have impacted retail tomato prices within this short period.
Before the attack, this small bowl of tomatoes sold for 5 Ghana cedis. Following the incident, it now sells for 20 Ghana cedis. Consumers are complaining about the sharp increase, and we are calling on government to intervene.
And the first anchor 200 and now 15. First anchor we 900.
For some tomato traders, government intervention is needed to stabilize supply routes and address the challenges confronting them.
The tomatoes currently on sale are sourced from Togo. A small basket is priced at 2,500 Ghana cedis, while a large basket costs about 7,000 Ghana cedis. The area where we previously sourced tomatoes has become unsafe due to recent attacks, making it too risky to travel there. As a result, we are urging government to intervene.
Consumers are already feeling the impact, warning of potential consequences if the situation persists.
You see, traveling there, the security issue is a threat, and what's happened to our mothers is really sad. So even if the government can intervene for us to locally produce it here.
Meanwhile, government is targeting a year-round tomato production in Ghana to reduce dependence on imports and prevent a recurrence of the recent attack on Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso. Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Jare, disclosed the government's intention during a visit to injured traders receiving treatment at the 37 military hospital.
We condemn this in no uncertain terms. I don't know how buying and selling of tomato can end somebody's life. Peaceful people going about their business. But we hope that we are able to do tomato all year round so that this will not happen. We pray for peace in that space also.
That was Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Jare, ending that report by Daniel Sakiti. Now, Group CEO of Goldfields, Mike Fraser, has characterized the company's 2025 result as a solid operational performance underpinned by tight cost management and strong gold prices. Goldfields recorded an 18% year-on-year increase in gold production for the 2025 financial year, reflecting improved output across its global operations. Speaking on the company's performance for the year on Channel 1 TV's Point of View, Mike Fraser attributed a growth to consistent contributions from assets across the portfolio, including production ramp-ups at key mines.
It was a very solid contribution from our teams across the globe. What was most pleasing is that we were able to keep people safe and everyone could go home safe and well at the end of every day. And that's something that really keeps us focused every single day. But apart from that, I think we were really pleased with the operational delivery for our teams across the globe. We were able to deliver an increase of 18% in our production year on year compared to 2024. That was delivered by strong contributions from across the globe. The impact of our ramp-up of our assets, Salares Norte and Chile, certainly assisted in diluting the impact of inflationary costs that we've been seeing across the globe. And therefore our costs were only up 3% at a portfolio level across the business. I think the other thing that was pleasing is obviously the increase in capital returns to shareholders.
Here, the Group CEO of Goldfields, Mike Fraser. Now, on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 10 cedis 94 pesos, while the British pound is going for 14 cedis 80 pesos, and the euro is going for 13 cedis 4 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex Lease. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Minsak Insurance Claim no. That's it.
It has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Minsak no. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying reset to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Munsaka.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I tin way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Speak Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
This is Caleb Kuda once again. Thanks to Nashika Caesar for serving us the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, brought to us by Access and MTN. Very shortly, the smoothest Edwin Kwao Kofi will be here with Kickoff, that's brought to you by Lesheho. Yes, so what that Access and MTN have for you, Access Bank has dropped the Rewards by Access. It's a loyalty program, and that's designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Now, points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com is where to visit. Call our toll-free number 0800 004400 for more details. Access Bank is more than banking. Listen up, scammers are getting creative every single day. One moment it's a big prize you never entered for. The next it's a fake emergency or someone asking you for personal details. But whatever the story is, Charlie Lukusha, if the call or message feels fishy, it be fraud. Don't let them play you. Instead of just hanging up, take action to protect the next person. MTN has made it simple. Dial 419. What a code. 419 to report a 419 incident. Yes, 419 is that easy to remember. Whenever you encounter a scammer, just dial 419 and report that number immediately. Let's stay one step ahead and stop the fraudsters in their tracks. Lesheho is improving lives. Lesheho Savings and Loans has got news just for you. It's Fala season. From now until 30th April 2026, our interest rates have been reduced further just for you. So apply for a loan today to sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. This be Fala season, Angaza. So just WhatsApp or call Nana on 02700 4799 02700 4799. Always remember, terms and conditions apply. Let's improve life. Now, have you heard about the feeling after feeling at Shell? If you haven't, well, Emmanuel, Collins and Bright have got that feeling of feeling after feeling. They won free fuel just by trying the new and improved Shell fuels, and you could be the next. So till the end of this month, when you buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels, you stand a chance of winning big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 whole year free fuel is up for grabs. So So don't miss this opportunity. Stop by the nearest Shell service station, fill up for an opportunity to be one of our weekly winners. We're doing this and we're regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. New and improved Shell fuels, better by far. And now, ladies and gentlemen, kick off. Brought to you, Edwin Kwakofi.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Here's Cunha, looking to try and send them Momo on his way. It's a great pass. Here's Šeško, surely! And Manchester United have got the opener. After a much improved Everton performance in the second half, it's Manchester United who find a breakthrough.
For the second straight game, Benjamin Šeško is United's match winner, scoring the only goal against Everton to send Michael Carrick's men clear in fourth. Sports, we'll bring you some updates from that game, also reactions to the inter-schools ban on kickoff, which is brought to you by Shell. Shell go well, Western Union, Politangana, and the Shell. Let's improve life. Good morning, I am Edwin Kwakofi. We start with news that the Central Regional Directorate of the Ghana Education Service has suspended all zonal inter-school sporting activities involving senior high schools and senior high technical schools with immediate effect. The decision follows the circulation of viral videos capturing a violent incident during a recent district's athletics competition in Aguna Swedru. In the footage, students of Swedru School of Business were seen physically assaulting a student from Obrachre Senior High School Technical School, raising serious concerns about safety at school sporting events. Speaking on Eyewitness News on City FM, the Central Regional Director of Education, Dr. Juliette Duffier-Otami, explained that the suspension is a preventive measure to stop similar incidents from occurring in other zones across the region.
There are other zones that are yet to organize theirs, and we couldn't preempt what will happen there. So we said we have suspended everything.
Until when?
So further notice. We want to put some things in place, some safety protocols.
That was the Central Regional Director of Education, Dr. Juliette Duffier-Otami, speaking on the assault on the Obrachre student over the weekend. Meanwhile, CID boss COP Lydia Yakodonko gives Swebusco, the headmaster of Swebusco, 24-hour ultimatum to produce the student cited in the video brutally attacking a fellow student.
I'm sure you are concerned that is your school shirt. That because I wanted you to confirm that is your school shirt. So if that is your school shirt and somebody has worn it and is attacking a fellow human being in such a manner, as a school, you should be concerned to find out who are the people behind that shirt wearing it. Not so, to hand them over to the police. So I am mentioning now that I am giving you 24 hours to produce the people in that shirt who attacked the boy. 24 hours starts now. Because as law enforcement, when incidents of this nature occur, and we have to investigate, we have to arrest, we have a number of ways in which we can make that arrest. But because this is a school environment, we are not going to adopt one of those means. That is why I'm giving you as school authorities that task to produce them.
The voice of CID boss COP Lydia Donko. Now, away from that story, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, has renewed calls for private sector investment into the National Sports Fund. He made the appeal during a high-level engagement with key players in the private sector, stressing that government alone cannot shoulder the responsibility of developing sports in the country.
In 2026, Ghana stands at the center of several global platforms. Our national football team, Black Stars, is preparing for its fifth FIFA World Cup appearance. Our women's soccer team, Black Queens, heads into continental competition with renewed credibility. We also prepare for the 2026 Commonwealth Games and the 2026 Summer Youth Olympics. These moments position Ghana before global audiences and investors in ways that few sectors can do. We've therefore established the Ghana Sports Fund, a transparent financing framework for grassroots development, school sports, athlete welfare, infrastructure modernization, and long-term talent pathways. No country achieves sporting excellence without deliberate funding systems. I invite corporate Ghana to view this not as charity, but as a partnership in national development. Government has created a framework. Let us build the systems.
The voice of President John Dramani Mahama. Now some news from the Ghana Premier League, and former general manager of Accra Great Olympics and Ghana Premier League title winner with Nswachiman FC, Eric Alagidede, has cautioned that Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko risk becoming irrelevant in the next 20 years if they fail to put proper structures in place. He pointed to several once dominant traditional clubs that used to compete in the Ghana Premier League but now find themselves in Division 1 or even lower tiers, warning that history alone cannot sustain success. Speaking on Sporty FM, Alagidede stressed that modern football demands strong administrative systems, youth development frameworks, and sound financial planning.
We are not careful. Clubs like Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko, maybe the next 20, 30 years, they may not be relevant. I'm being very honest with you because, look, hitherto, it was a duopoly that we grew up knowing in Ghana. If Hearts is not winning the league, it's Asante Kotoko. Forget about the olden days when Ebusunya Dwarfs came in, managed to win the league, 11 Wise, Hazakes, and all that. Why are all these clubs? Have you asked yourself where they are? Where is BA United? BA United is playing in Division 2. Where is Bofa Kwatano? Just 2 seasons ago, they were in the Ghana Premier League. They are currently playing in Division 2 in Brongahafu. 11 Wise, yesterday they got beaten 4-0 at Dabuase in Division 1 league. Where is Hazakes? Hazakes is in Division 2.
The thoughts of the former general manager of Accra Great Olympics, Eric Alagidede. Let's move to some youth football. And Rock Nation Sports International officially launched its maiden youth football tournament in Africa, the Rock Cup. The competition is currently ongoing at the University of Ghana Stadium from the 23rd to the 28th of February, representing a significant milestone in RNSI's expansion into the African football space. The Rock Cup has assembled 10 elite youth teams from 5 countries, including Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, La Côte d'Ivoire, and Guinea, competing in a round-robin format. Speaking during the tournament, Grant Veitch, the Director of African Recruitment for RNSI, disclosed that scouts from leading European clubs, including Chelsea and Manchester United, are present to track promising talents.
So the opportunities for the players is we've got 30 scouts here, so from the likes of Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, in Belgium, Genk, Royal Antwerp, in France, Lyon, and Monaco, Portugal, Sporting, Lisbon and Benfica. These are the level of clubs that are here. So what we want is that we want hopefully some of these players to attract interest from those clubs and then hopefully move to those clubs eventually when they're 18 years old.
The voice of Grant Veitch, the Director of African Recruitment for RNSI. Let's stay with the Rock Cup. And MSK Zelina Africa player Eric Mensah shared his thoughts after his side's game against Benab FC, expressing excitement about the exposure and competitive nature of the tournament.
I feel so good about this tournament. It's going to bring a lot to me. So I'm very happy they hosted this tournament in this country. And I just want to achieve. I just want to be in Europe to participate in many clubs and then trials and many more. I feel so good because I've been to Dortmund for 1 week, and I've been to Austria for trials. It was good. We did a lot, and the weather and everything was cool. So I've experienced a lot.
That was MSK's Elite Africa player Eric Mensah to England. And Manchester United head coach Michael Carrick says he expected his side to have tough challenges after delivering a blistering start, winning 4 games of his 5 in charge. Carrick shared these words after United beat Everton 1-0 thanks to a Benjamin Šeško goal in the 71st minute after coming on as a substitute.
Listen, there's a lot goes into a game. David's teams are hard to play against, and he's such a good manager, and with the experience he's got and knowing what it takes to have success in this league, and it's a new challenge for us. It's one we're looking forward to. I think it's.
Okay, we move on from that to some boxing, and boxing greats Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather have agreed a professional rematch in September. The 47-year-old Pacquiao and 48-year-old Mayweather will fight at Sphere in Las Vegas on Saturday the 19th of September with a bout live on Netflix. And that's the latest in the world of sport. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Shell Go Well, Politan Ghana, Western Union and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kwakofi. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, we improve your life.
Today, the City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Not every sure deal is actually sure. Investing without understanding is gambling dressed in confidence. If you can't explain how it makes money, don't put your money there. Petra guides you into safe, smart, and transparent investment choices. Get free financial advice today. Dial *447 *70# to speak to an advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We want jobs, right? We want opportunity. It starts with what we eat.
When we eat Ghana rice and buy local chicken, we create jobs for our own people, not for importers.
Eating Ghanaian food isn't just a meal, it's a statement of independence, pride, and progress. Eat Ghana, build Ghana, our food, our future.
The Eat Ghana, Build Ghana campaign is supported by Agri-Impact Limited in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and the 24-Hour Economy.
Improve your gum and oral health with the new Nesta mouthwash from Ernest Chemists Limited. Nesta mouthwash comes in original and fresh mint for the treatment of bleeding or irritated gums, mouth ulcers, maintenance of oral hygiene, prevention of bad breath and plaque. Nesta mouthwash, great oral hygiene, long-lasting freshness. Available in pharmacies nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agri-tech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofusue-Jari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agro-tech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419.
Media partners: Daily Graphic, Media General, Radio Gold, Citi FM, and Channel 1 TV.
Ghana Agri-tech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
When the lights go off, when water won't flow, when rent goes up and wages don't, someone must ask the hard questions. Someone must speak for the people who don't have microphones. That voice is the Citi Breakfast Show, holding power accountable, championing national development, reflecting the true state of Ghana. Weekday mornings on 97.3 Citi FM, the Citi Breakfast Show, your voice, your country. The Citi Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
You could
Never been a say your friend when you're the bonnet. Ghana man where you buy and you pay controlling. Central treasure Ghana man and pay money. Kofi Babone, me boko ko Johnny Bonnet. Mashanti boke nature Ghana man say munti. Mini. Bra for me what 500. So mama di momu jumedi mun kumedi. Mu say Yangara assassin e ya body de mayen. Mujana nanan me shigunya de to homayen. Dumyen, boyen, jeyen adu. Mene won so say yen so be ye bia to aso momu aso kata so omanyi mu de ema so ene. E bi said why ya mo magana wo beka lawyer for doctor for mama miss a nurse for ready for driver for mama miss a fita for ekwa for tailor for mama miss a baba for soldier for teacher for mama miss a suku for rap for Ghana rap so for me say me straight on man for munyina munye back he say yet fa fa ye we say we back one go kambo mo embu ko be asante kotoko map beba is the moto dem fa for to loto na yimu mo fra ne yesi munya to kwase ne hombase obuni didi na mon koto bible just said the way jane wonani unkwana so ware wasase so enti munya brebre Ghana ye me no dia Kediam pon kwame ensanda osone asase ya ensanda na no mo sama for ensanda ye kwa mi koma pa ye Kediam pon kwame ensanda osone asase ya ensanda na no mo sama for ensanda ye kwa mi koma pa ye na chain of payment na hama Ghana me for osadi for kwame koma Yebo within, put your way and thing, put the winners and a Ghana to her by your hand, a rim, yeding, a focoma, but bring me fixable, say what who don't go also the same thing. Dr. Pammy come out with the winners and the Shoma, make a man with a Musa with the home, Papa, when you're Saberman, when you're Saberman, I don't know what that woman, Mama Ghana, and Yapa, who did, the chairman saying, you know, when you're Asuna Muti, make it, be my homeless, make it, Mama, homeless, make it, Santini, my homeless, make it, Santini, my homeless, make it, I my homeless, make it, my homeless, Hausa, Achim, Nagomba, Anaponia. Me de kunsa osage for Dr. Pammy come my brother Jensen nana no penny for the mokrato ho de Ghana me my so ye tonsa afre mo ni Ghana push me beran sama force mo me Jensen kunna e chechi japa ye stress mo mo donsa ipa boni e kan come Ghana ni begu ase de mo money triso o my Ghana kwaso o my penny kwaso o bra for me kwaso amre kwaso yanko
7:40 on the City Breakfast Show. Today is the 24th day of February. Happy birthday to my very good friend Zilix Dwayne. Zilix Dwayne. Zilix Dwayne is a regular listener on the City Breakfast Show. Lives in the United Kingdom. I didn't know he was born on Nkrumah's Overthrow Day.
Yeah, that'd be why
that explains, like that. It explains a lot of things. Happy birthday to Zakia Goodman, head of POS and agency banking operations, Ecobank Ghana. We wish you the very best of the day. This is coming from Mauli at Ecobank to Zakia Goodman. Happy birthday to Auntie Bella of Traffic's Restaurant. Oh, Bella Ahu, an ardent listener of Citi FM and one of our guests for the On Air series in March. I remember Bella.
Yes.
Traffic's Restaurant.
Yes.
Those days when you go there, Charlie, she will feed you till you are fed up. I'm telling you. Please wish my former teammate Bismarck Osebeng Osebo, branch manager Omni Basic branch Adabraka, a blessed birthday from Fatima and the IBG1 family. God bless your new age, Osebo. Happy birthday to Delali Aku Kumpe IT Consortium. Wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with joy and happiness. May the year ahead be continued or bring you continued success, growth, and good health. Cheers to another blissful year from the finance team. Wishing a 9-year-old Chanel Kwe a happy 9th birthday. Coming in from your father, Chanel Kwe. Happy 9th birthday. Mame Bemasika Antobre of Teaching Aid School. You are 12 years today. We love you so much. Coming from Daddy Ephraim Tetekabo of El Shaddai Preparatory School, Tema Newtown. May the odds continue to be in your favor. May you be a blessing to your generation. From Daddy Superintendent Ebenezer Tete, District Commander Tema Community 2 to Ephraim Tetekabo, El Shaddai Preparatory. All your birthday requests are proudly brought to you by MasterCard. It's a way of paying in a priceless fashion. Tap, insert, or swipe. Keep it priceless. Radio gets results. Kolebu Hospital has moved to interdict 2 doctors and nurses. They will not be named, but at least some progress there. They have also instituted an internal investigation into the conduct of the hospital that refused to receive Charles Emisa, 29-year-old former staff of Promasidor, died as a result of injuries from a hit-and-run driver. The police have not said anything to us about their investigations into the hit-and-run driver. So Ghana Police, we are waiting for your own update on the hit-and-run driver that killed Charles Emisa on the 6th of February. Yeah. It's a matter of strong public interest. Yeah. We need you to update us. You do many updates. For example, today you intercepted some smugglers. Yeah. This story came from the Western region.
Yeah, Indian hemp.
Yes, so you are doing very well with those things. The police fought bribery attempt, seized 2 truckloads of Satoan Indian hemp. You are doing very well on those things. Yeah, we commend you for that, refusing the bribes. We also want you to give us a statement on hit-and-run drivers, because no crime should be uninvestigatable. People should not think that when they do certain things, the police will not catch them. So in the same way that if you are transporting Indian hemp or you are involved in any kind of criminality, you know that the police will come for you. We want the police to update us on, of course, the reason I'm saying this is that when the family sent out a circular for missing Emisa, it was the Nima police who eventually confirmed that this was the person who had died, which means that somebody informed the police. You understand me? So the police should not be informed as a matter of courtesy. They are informed as a matter of operational duty. So the police have to give us an update on what efforts they have made
in tracking the vehicle.
In tracking the vehicle that knocked Charles Emisa down, what the cameras they've put in the city are doing.
Sharp.
So the monitoring team must give a report to the CID team.
Yeah.
And the CID team must tell us what efforts they've made since February the 6th in finding this hit-and-run vehicle.
Perhaps even issuing, just give us a grainy image of the car.
Yes.
Put it out there. We'll
so that
chase the car.
The public can help identify
it. There are many hit-and-run cases.
True.
But sometimes when the public interest is generated by one, we can always make an example of a bad person. I remember the day my senior housemaster came to our classroom many years ago, Form 1, and he asked who was on duty. They pointed about 5 people. The classroom had not been swept. He gave them 6 lashes each.
Thank you.
The day before, the classroom hadn't been swept. Nobody was lashed. But the day on that day,
every day for thief man.
So he did it because he wanted to show that you don't know the day I'll come.
Yeah.
In the same way, I want to urge the police to use this hit-and-run driver situation for a number of things. Update us on the fact that you are investigating it. Let us know that it's you take serious view of hit-and-run.
Yeah.
Let's not make hit-and-run
normal,
a matter of course.
Unless, of course, the cameras there are not working.
They should let us know.
Maybe they are hiding it.
No, the police owe us
a
duty to tell us what they are doing. Okay? Then they also need to let the public know what role we have to play when there are hit and runs. Because the investigation they do and whatever bottleneck they face and whatever help they need from the public becomes a point of education. All right? So as you said, they can say, this is the image we suspect of the car. At 10:35, this car moved through circle, whatever. Any garage or anybody who has seen a car like this should report to the nearest police station. All of us will get involved. Because I feel if one person who does a hit and run is arrested, it will change the mindset of, and you see, the reason hit and run is serious is, if you knock down somebody in the night and you stop as the person who knocked down the person, because you are the first person on the scene and you know the extent of damage, you will even be able to, if you even call the ambulance, you will know exactly what to say to them.
Where the impact was.
Do you understand? You can say, oh, car no, a born in 9.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Or car no, now me break it, I mean to me break it on the motorbike no. or somersault and a mission, something. Then they will know what to do. But you are. It's a double sin to hit a person in the night
and just run
away. Do you understand? So if there weren't people who saw the guy and went to the ambulance people,
he would have been run over.
So the police angle on hit and run. Kolibu has given us an update. They've interdicted 4 people, I think. Ghana police, what is the update? Which police station was the report made at? What investigation has been done? What is the status of the investigation? What help can the public give? The police say that we are your friend. If we are your friend, tell us how we can help you. All right? We really need the police because the role of garages in hit and runs is also a very critical issue. I'm not sure if garages in Ghana are registered. I think this is a good opportunity to register all garages.
If they are not.
You know, I think Ghana is one of the few countries where you can do anything without. And you know the funny thing, I'm sure if I ask her, he'll tell me that there's a law. There's always a law.
All the time.
Oh, there's always a law around setting up a garage, operating it. But as usual, in Ghana, nobody obeys it. I'm sure if I ask you to look for a law, you will find it.
Oh,
there will be a national garage bylaw. It is illegal to set up. Meanwhile, people go and set up garages anywhere, and we don't know whether they are even. Yes. And you see, there are questions: who supervises them? So if you have set up a garage, what are your ethics of your profession? If somebody comes to you and says, "I want you to spray a car," do you have a responsibility to say, "Where are the car documents? Who did you buy the car from?" Because don't forget, this week the police nabbed a car snatching syndicate.
Yeah.
Now, car snatching cannot work without garages.
Yeah. And in fact, the police reports indicated that they had been working with some guru boys at DVLA who were helping them to forge documents.
So, police, DVLA, guru boys, garages. All right. Have the police issued any recommendations to them? By the way, which minister controls garages? Is it Minister of Trade? Is it Minister of Transport? Is it Minister of Roads? I'm not even sure.
It would be within transport because they have oversight over DVLA.
But it's a local assembly function.
But garages are like
local assembly function.
Car repair.
So
local assembly function.
So these garages, would they be under industry?
It should be local assembly function.
You think so?
Here's what I'm saying. The laws and regulations regarding garages in Ghana, both for vehicle repair and parking,
vehicle repair,
are primarily governed by the DVLA,
correct,
Act 1999, Act 596,
correct,
Road Traffic Regulations 2012, LI 2180, various local, metropolitan, municipal, and district assembly bylaws. So it gives you a breakdown.
So it's the Ministry of Transport.
Yes.
So what we are asking is, how are the garages regulated? Are they just issued with permits to work, license to work? Do they have minimum standards? Must a garage have, for example, a trained, certified mechanic? Must a garage have a fire extinguisher? Must a garage have a standardized whatever? We cannot just leave it, because if car snatching and hit and run is thriving, people spray cars. Okay, do they not have a minimum duty of care to the government, to the state, to say that police last no guys be 3 cars be bremi Corolla be or more the chassis na money by police be say mo check it. Are the police themselves trustworthy? You get it? These are the questions you must ask, because if you say you want to solve crime, it's not just chasing people in cars. So there must be a network that works to help the police. Okay, and I'm not even sure what role garages play in our economy. You were in Kokompe last month and you complained a lot about the way the place was. All right, should I not see the fully displayed license number of every garage? So like if you go to a garage at Kokompe, should there not be the name Osebo and Brothers, license number DV6534, date obtained, name of chief garage officer Mr. Kofi Mensah? You understand? I mean, Sky, again, if you go to where you were doing your masters, if you go to a garage to repair your car, all those things are there. You know, but here we make fitting shop some under tree business, informalized economy, and we feel like it's fine. No, informality is not a sin, but lack of regulation is an evil. You get it? So I am saying to the police that I want an update on the hit and run that killed Charles Emisa. What have your investigations showed? I mean, have you issued an alert? Do you have a description of the potential types of cars? Were your cameras working that day? Because you cannot install cameras worth millions of cedis, take us as media to come and look at it and do a story, and then when there's a hit and run, you don't see anything. Silence is not an option. It's a public interest matter. Last week, I saw a video of Promasidor holding a vigil for the man. The whole company is crying. And this is one of the largest fast-moving consumer goods companies in the country. Imagine how demoralized they would be by this. Imagine if you're an expert from India being sent to Promasidor to come and work in Accra. You charge a premium. Say, Ghana, if they knock you down, nobody's going to catch you. No. So institutions working is not just to stoke our fantasies. We put government in place so they provide certainty. It's a difficult work. That's why you are paid with our taxes. So police, we are urging the Ghana Police Service to provide an update on the hit and run driver who killed Charles Emisa. Number 2, they announced that they have nabbed a car snatching syndicate. We want them to tell us what we need to do to help curb car snatching as citizens. Number 3, what role do garages play in helping fight crime? The Ghana police should tell us.
Yep.
I think have you found the law? I'm sure. I think you find the law. You found the garage law, right?
Oh yeah, for licensing purposes, it is the DVLA legislation that deals with it. But general repairs, I will have to dig into that.
Is there anything about the minimum? So what does DVLA look at? So can I set up a garage?
No, you can't. If you want to be licensed properly to perform the role of testing vehicles to ensure that they meet their minimum standard for purposes of use on our roads, you need a DVLA license.
Is the garage the same as a fitting shop?
Explain that.
So I know. So if you go to Kokompe, there are garages where if you have a car fault, you go and park your car there. The guy will do a diagnosis and he will repair your car and return it to you. He has machines, he has mechanics, he's trained. You can tell he's a proper mechanical technician.
Yeah.
All right. But if you go to Medina, where I grew up, there are many fitting shops. A fitting shop can be 2 or 3 guys under a tree. Some have a sprayer next to them. Some say we specialize in Toyota. Some say we specialize in Benz. They may have a master. I don't know whether he's properly licensed. And I'm speaking from ignorance now. So I submit that fitting shop seems like an informal garage. I stand to be corrected. So a garage is a formalized system. So as I speak to you, I have a guy who, when my car has a problem, auto clinic, he's on the Frafraha Road. When you go, he has an administrator. She's sitting behind a computer. They do diagnosis. They give you an invoice. They pay taxes. The men wear uniform. When you go to auto clinic, one on pay, it's a proper. International. They give you VAT invoice, everything. They are a full company. As against the guy who used to live at Ajinga Norway, when I had my Toyota Carina E, I used to give it to him to do things for me. His wife will place a chop bar, and his shop is next to the chop bar. When I go, he will just send me WhatsApp of the supposed invoice from Aboso Kai of the lower arm. Then me to foolishly, I will send him the Momo. Then he will say he has repaired the car. I will drive the car after 3 months. The car goes back. They say, "Oh, the lower arm, no, I can't hot bearing." Then I'll give him money again. He will do hot bearing. I say, "No. Actually, now a ball joint. Me guy be me talk home second because new one then papa. Now me send this cano. Then you send me some invoice.
Now we'll find bet now. So
I don't know if he's paying tax. I don't know if he's regulated. I don't know where school he went. But because Caleb recommended it to me, as against auto clinic where we formally send the car. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if the government says car snatching is a thing, hit and run is a thing, And we all know the role of garages and car sprayers in that level of crime. Should the way they are regulated not be an issue of national concern?
Yeah, certainly.
So, is there a difference between fitter and garage based on my problem?
So, I'm just digging up a legislation which is the Factories, Offices and Shops Act. It was passed in 1970.
There's always a law.
What I don't know.
It's called the Factories what?
Factories,
Offices and Shops Act.
Yeah, that's right. What I know, it was passed in 1970. It's actually Act 328. What I don't know is whether it is still enforced. The problem with our online services is that they are not able to tell you. Unlike the UK, if you go into the system, it will tell you that this law is still enforced or this one has been amended and all of that. But we don't seem to have that in a comprehensive way in Ghana. So that is the legislation I'm seeing. But there are other legislations that deal with the permits area with local government and
does this law
deal with.
That you are reading even define what a garage is?
Oh yeah, of course. Let me
look for
you
it.
that.
Listeners, I'm not troubleshooting. No, me, I'm trying to help the system by asking simple questions. So Ghana Police, we are waiting for your update on the hit and run driver that knocked down Charles Emisa. By the way, are you ready to lead in a fast-changing world and shape what comes next? Ashesi University's MBA and Master's Program in Intelligent Computing Systems and Mechatronic Engineering are designed for professionals who want their work to matter. So whether you are advancing your career or building solutions that make an impact, an Ashesi education equips you with the skills, character, and network to lead in complexity. Applications are open. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh. Are you planning to study abroad? The British Council invites you to the UK Universities Open Day tomorrow, Wednesday, 25th February at the British Council in Accra. Speak directly with UK universities and learn about courses, scholarships, student life, and IELTS. Register for IELTS on the day and enjoy a 10% discount. Attendance is free. Sign up at britishcouncil.org.gh or Facebook or Instagram. When factories rise, we protect them. When businesses grow, we guard their future. When families invest in what matters most, we secure their dreams. For over 60 years, SIC Insurance has been Ghana's shield, built on integrity, reliability, and care. From motor to fire, accident to travel, marine, and more. Whatever you value, insure it with confidence, insure it with care, insure it with SIC Insurance. Because at the heart of every policy is a sacred promise: to care, to deliver, to be there where it matters most. Call SIC Insurance on 0800 100 055 or talk to a broker or a licensed agent today. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred.
Well, so for years you've worked hard, saved carefully and prayed quietly, paying rent every single year, wondering when it's finally will be your turn, dreaming of a place you could truly call your own, but owning a home still feels out of reach. At Locust Estates, we understand and know how it feels to work so hard and still feel unsure about tomorrow. We have beautifully designed 3-bedroom houses in safe, secure, community-focused estates with a clubhouse, gym, swimming pool, and 24-hour security. So don't stress, we don't do guesswork and you don't have to fear. Just smart design in prime locations built for real families and real futures like yours. So call us now, 0200 55 7704. Visit locusestate.com. Locust Estate, modern living made possible. And get ready to boost your career with Sima. Whether you're fresh out of university or you're climbing the corporate ladder, Sima gives you real work, real world skills, global recognition, and a powerful network of over 600,000 professionals in 190 countries. You will earn while you learn, unlock leadership and digital finance skills, and become a chartered global market accountant. No boring lectures, just flexible, self-paced online learning and study anytime, anywhere. Sima. Visit our website aicpa-sima.com. Call us 026 30 11 99 to Sima. One Sima qualification, countless career opportunities. So what are the 2 words that can ruin your day any day? Insufficient balance. That is it, I can tell you. But you don't have to stress. With extra balance from Forms Capital, you can get a quick top up straight to your Momo wallet. Your overdraft limit keeps going up, and the best part is that the interest is only charged for the days the funds are used. So whether you're a trader, student, or parent, no matter who you are deserving of financial access anytime. Sign up for free on the Momo app. Navigate to financial services services advances and select extra balance to register, or dial star 170 hash, select 534, then you activate extra balance. Extra balance, live extra.
Time is 2 minutes past 8. We're going to tech and social media trends next.
Yeah.
And so Edwin Kwakofe is joining us with the details. Edwin, welcome.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
To a topic that we've been talking about this morning, Kolebu, who have released a statement saying that they've interdicted 2 nurses and 2 doctors over failing to provide emergency medical care to Charles Emisa, who was a hit-and-run victim who unfortunately passed away after he was turned away by 3 hospitals. So Kolebu also said a committee has been set up to investigate the issue as well. So people are definitely happy on social media about that. They want justice for Charles Emisa and for any other person who has been denied medical care, who deserved medical care and have been denied medical care by any hospital, because obviously they have rights to.
How about the other hospitals? The Ridge Hospital has been mentioned. We've not heard from them. The police hospital has also been mentioned. We've not heard from the police. I think it's important that they too should be telling us exactly what they are doing about this matter, because look, they should take their own image very seriously. It is very important. You are dealing with credit. Don't they have PR department or communications department who should be telling them that, boss, this is the situation that we face? People are talking about you on social media, mainstream media. They are asking for accountability. What is the position to communicate? I think it's important. That reset, that investigation has got to be done. And beyond that, look, I keep hearing from a lot of people who say they face similar situations. And I think that as a country, we need to provide a platform for people to tell their stories. Because some people haven't, as we speak, gotten closure to how they lost their loved ones under troubling circumstances.
And it's very expensive seeking justice when these things happen.
I think there should be some platform that these people should be invited to tell their stories. And so we devise a way of dealing with these matters going forward. It's important.
Okay, so moving away from the Kolebu issue, we move to electricity or power, energy overall. So there have been videos online on social media of people complaining that their credits, their prepaid credits runs out very, very quickly.
Wait, the cost.
Yeah, exactly. So they are raising concerns about the cost as well. So ECG has come up in the trends along with energy, and it's significant because yesterday, President John Dramani Mahama met with the private sector stakeholders, and he said, and I quote, "No industrial nation thrives under structurally high cost of power. Energy reform is not optional, it is foundational to Ghana's industrial takeoff." And also, the Energy Ministry recently denied any claims that there was doomsaw or load shedding across Ghana, but people are reporting that their lights keep going off, the credits run very quickly, and then the cost of buying electricity is insane. So that's another issue that's been trending on social media. A third issue that's been trending, the Accra International Airport, finally renamed from the Kotoka International Airport. Didn't take too long since that renaming was announced by the majority leader Mahama Yariga before Parliament sat, and I think it's turned out the way people wanted. A lot of people on social media I saw wanted a change. Some felt it was unnecessary, some felt we had better things to think about, but it's been done. Now we move on from that. And significantly, as you mentioned, on this day, historical day, where the change has been made as well. A final trend before I move on to tech news, and the Institute of Community Sustainability has called for an immediate ban on the consumption of cats and dogs in Ghana. So they are citing for a serious public health risk, and they are saying that these animals are to be treated as pets and companions and not diminished to livestock.
It's nutritious.
listen to the reasoning of the man.
Yeah.
Before you
Yes.
According to the story,
Yes.
there are two issues.
Okay.
There's the public health issue of the way they are slaughtered and consumed, with the possible leading to sicknesses like rabies, some trypanoso, something, and then cholera. Then there's the emotional issue of the role dogs and cats play in people's lives, that they should be migrated from livestock to pets.
Okay.
That one you can't let it
What is it? But you accept?
But you know.
But
you know, goats are pets.
Exactly, and even cow. Cattle is worshipped in India.
Pets. Stop that. No, I'm asking.
In how many countries?
A lot of countries. In the West, goats are pets.
Yes.
Like if every time I'm in the US, I have to go to a Latino shop to get goat meat. Your regular shops don't stock goat meat. You have to go to like a Latino and African shop to get goat meat. Because when you go there, you might meet. You are walking through your Costco.
Generally,
you meet somebody with the goat and the chain around the goat's neck. Goes away. Meanwhile,
generally,
the goat is
generally Africans eat goat as livestock.
No,
generally.
Aloski.
Stop making
no.
Let me tell you an exception to make a rule.
Let me tell you.
But you know the dog is even called Punky Kwakwa.
So,
why you Punky?
I'll tell you a funny story. So, there are a lot of we have a lot of deer.
Be careful.
You know, in the estate.
Yeah.
So we had a visitor. You know, fellow Ghanaian who comes and he's sitting there having a chat, and he's like, he sees the deer just running all over. It's like,
a tree.
Got me every Sunday.
Okay,
I think people should live so that others will live.
Exactly.
Allow the
receive all things.
Allow the dogs and the cats to live.
No, everything is clean. You know.
Allow the dogs and the cats to live.
I'm coming to this. I'm waiting for you. I'm coming to the cat matter.
Okay. So in tech news, the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, he has testified that he doesn't think users can be clinically addicted to Instagram. So he's the first executive to testify in the landmark social media addiction trial. And here, a lawyer for the plaintiff in the case, he questioned Mosseri on whether Instagram chooses profits over health and safety of minors, and whether Mosseri oversees an app that hooks younger users. But Mosseri says that he doesn't think Instagram can become clinically addictive. So very big statement from him.
Thank you, Edwin.
You know how much moms always say too much of everything is bad? But there's one too much mom actually approves of. Telecel's Too Much Broadband Bundle. This season, all you have to do is buy the 150 Ghana Cedis Too Much Broadband Bundle in addition to your main broadband plan and get 150% bonus data. That's right.
Simply buy the 150 Ghana Cedis Telecel Too Much Bundle in addition to your main broadband plan and receive 150% bonus data. Dial *900#, use the Telecel Play app or visit the Telecel website to buy now.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Do you want to study or explore career opportunities abroad? Take your first step with IELTS from the British Council, the world's most trusted English language test for visa applications, universities, and other institutions. Book your test and get free access to IELTS Ready Premium, our top-rated preparation platform, including practice tests, video tutorials, study plans, and more, worth 1,750 cedis. Visit our website today to achieve your study and career goals with the British Council.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering, design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration and data security,
and cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 743.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Imagine a place where every child's laughter becomes a song.
A place where we can learn from animals, play and just be happy with mommy and daddy.
A place where hearts grow together. That place is Safari Eco Park. Here, amusement is the joy that unites us all.
Mommy, I can see the emus all the way up here on the canopy wall.
Careful, dear. There is more fun to be had.
This zebra is my new friend. Her name is Stripey, and the wildebeest is Sandy.
Hi, Stripey and Sandy.
With so much amusement like targets and obstacle games, ant caves, fantasy rides, and a vast range of wildlife.
What is this place?
This is an aviary, home to over 400 of the most vibrant birds in the world. The biggest aviary in West Africa.
Wow, the biggest?
Yes, and guess what? Open your palm.
Daddy, look, you're eating from my palm.
That's amazing.
I want to stay at Safari Eco Park. I don't want to go back to Ghana.
But honey, Safari Eco Park is in Ghana.
What?
How much did all of this cost, honey?
350 Ghana cedis for you and I. 250 for teenagers, 150 for kids, and absolutely free for children under 6.
We should have brought the kids here sooner.
I know. Safari Eco Park is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's unforgettable.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
At long last, the battle has ended.
Episode again. Very good bad boy.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
Plenty questions, no answer. How come we dey sell the contract? Biggie lifestyle, small paper. It make you celebrate, you dey shuffle for counter. We get eyes but can't see. Bribery and corruption. Our leaders we take it but don't give. So make a ask, Kuma, where you dey? No be you talk say my beloved country is free forever, but still we dey suffer. In Kuma, where you dey? You know be you talk say my beloved country is free forever, but your people still dey suffer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. While I day, where the money go day. While I day, where the money go day. Monday morning, Monday suffer, just to eat some bread and butter. Things they spoil, we know they bother. You they use $4 million just for soccer. Cause big man go taking car. This kind of things I know they bad. Them say the year of return, it be like the West man for colonials. We again before we wise up. Welcome to Ghana. When you see TV by force you for Roger. The church is turn the business center. Sell a sticker to protect me by the preacher get the bouncer. Where them day?
A 8:15 on the City Breakfast Show. The Ghana Exim Bank is a decade old, hosting an international conference on the theme, a decade of enabling export trade and industrial transformation, resetting Exim for the next frontier. 25th and 26th March, Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel, Accra, 8 a.m. each day. President of the Republic will be at the opening conference. For more information and enquiries, call 0208 541480. Conference is hosted by the CEO of Exim Bank, Sylvester Mensah, media partners, Daily Graphic Media Journal, City FM Radio Go, Channel 1 and Multimedia Group, knowledge partners, IFC and SME Finance Forum. Are you an agro-processing company? Are you an agro-processing equipment manufacturer or a company of any agric machinery? Do you have any innovation or technology that can improve agro-processing? Register to join and exhibit at the Made in Ghana Agricultural and Agro-Processing Technology Fair, Ghana Agri-tech Fair 2026, organized by Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry in partnership with Ghana Exim Bank, to showcase locally manufactured agric machinery, implement agro-processing equipment and technologies. The fair will also market linkages between tech developers, agro-industrial businesses, farmers, fishers and exporters. The president will open the fair on the 17th to the 19th of March, Independence Square, 9 a.m. To exhibit at the Agri-tech Fair, call 0242 585419. That's 0242 585419 or 055 9679326. Agri-tech Fair, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Well, what if your bank helped you big up? Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank Mortgage. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build wealth with investment and trust management, and pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa credit and debit cards. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. So call Republic Bank toll free 0800 414 414 0800 414 414 on WhatsApp 0546 414 414. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more. Big up Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Okay, now people are winning big on the 590 mobile. Others are yet to catch up on that news. So here it is. NLA has increased the playing time for your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25 p.m. the next day, while the evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. and closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. More time to stake more and more time to win more. So note that on Sunday the Aseda remains the same with no change. Catch all the 590 mobile evening live draws from Monday special to Sunday Aseda on GTV broadcasts at from 8 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. sharp. Always remember to stake responsibly, not for persons below 18. Call 0308 249 477. 590 mobile at Dawinsem.
Ghana is growing, our cities are expanding. With this growth and expansion comes the issue of sanitation. But the critical question is, how do we manage our waste, protect our environment and secure our future? The Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, in collaboration with the Environmental Service Providers Association and other key partners, invite you to a stakeholder conversation on the economic importance of investing in waste management and sanitation. Discover groundbreaking research revealing the true cost of poor sanitation and the economic, environmental and social benefits of getting it right. This event is on Thursday, 26th February at the Alisa Hotel from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information about this conversation, contact Vicentia on 0244 766 492. That's 0244 766 492, or email vquote@ug.edu.gh. This event will be live on Channel 1 television on Thursday, 26th February. All right, so a couple of quick comments on garages, fitting shops, the role they play in helping us combat car snatching and hit and run drivers. Two people familiar with the matter are commenting. So I'm told that the garages have an association called the National Garages Association. And then I'm also told that all garages are supposed to be registered with DVLA, who are rolling out the new digital chip embedded plates, trade license plates on roadworthy stickers, etc., etc. All 15 shops are garages, but many remain unregistered with the DVLA.
Where the money go,
Here's an interesting comment. Bernard, do you know that when you change your car engine or respray your car to a different color than the original at registration, you are supposed to go back to the DVLA to update your records with these changes?
Sir.
Both new engine chassis and new color must reflect on your car records.
No, I know for the color change, but I didn't know the engine. Once you change the engine, you need to go back to the
number on it is different.
Every engine has a chassis number,
and then also it is the same reason we are trying to prevent crime, because some people go hijack. Is it carjacking? Yeah, and then sort of cannibalize the word cannibalize the car, like sort of take it apart, and then we sell the engine to this person, sell this thing to this. So then the car, you can't see the physical car, right?
They chop it up.
So they chop it up. So you go to a particular place, and then people are buying these things.
Different cars.
You may be a genuine buyer in the market, buying without notice.
Buy the engine with that chassis,
exactly,
that's been used for crime somewhere, and you'll be in trouble.
Exactly.
So you read a story during the newspaper review about the police nabbing a car snatching syndicate. I wanted you to give me that story again, because guy, it looks like there's a lot of crime stories this week around
carjacking.
Plenty things. Like today, police for robbery attempt seize containers of Indian hemp. All right, I'll bring you that story. that story came from the Western region. Then OSP also probes alleged 25.8 million palm oil diversion scheme. This is different from what we read yesterday. This is a different one. Okay. So, and then of course the carjacking story too has come up. So, let me just read this one for you. It says the Ghana Police, the Office of Federal Prosecutor has launched an investigation into a suspected corruption scheme involving the diversion of 50 20-foot containers of palm oil valued at 25.8 million cedis. According to a statement issued on Tuesday, February 24, the shipment had originally been declared as goods in transit to Burkina Faso. So this is not Nigeria, this is Burkina Faso. However, authorities say the consignment was unlawfully diverted into the local market in Ghana without the payment of the required duties and taxes. The anti-corruption body disclosed that preliminary findings point to the involvement of some customs officers, national security operatives, and clearing agents. The alleged scheme is believed to have caused an estimated loss of 10.5 million cedis in tax revenue to the state. The OSP indicated that the probe stems from an intelligence-led operation conducted in November 2025, which uncovered irregularities surrounding the handling and clearance of the shipment. While investigations remain ongoing, the office emphasized its commitment to safeguarding public funds and ensuring accountability in the management of imports and transit goods. The statement stressed that the OSP's office remains focused on protecting the public purse and upholding integrity in public administration as the investigation process unfolds. And this is different from yesterday.
I have a question. Maybe my mind is not processing this right. Sky and Caleb and Bernard and others can help me. If I bring in 50 containers of palm oil and it gets diverted, that means it doesn't get to where it's supposed to go, right? Is that a fair assumption to make?
First of all, we need to know what the purpose for import.
No, I'm just saying, if you say, I am the owner.
Yes.
I'm operating under the assumption that I am the owner.
Yes.
Okay.
So, it's supposed to get to me in Burkina. I have brought it through Tema. And then it doesn't get here. Should I not file a complaint that my consignment is missing?
So that is if you were that's a good question. That's if the goods belong to somebody in Burkina in the first place. Because in this case and in the Niger case, the good is brought in ostensibly to be transferred to Niger, as in the yesterday case, or Burkina as in the today case. Good point, because the owner in Burkina or Niger has not complained that his consignment is lost. Which means that the shipper brought the good into Ghana, knowing very well that it was not intended to go to Burkina or Niger, but misclassified it as a good in transit with the express intention to avoid tax payment. So he then pretends that I'm sending these goods to Burkina Faso or Niger, sometimes with escort. Then under the collusion of the customs or the whoever, they get to a point and they divert it to my warehouse as the original owner and then sell it. So this is the way they do it.
Which is why, again, I say OSP is investigating
a new case.
List the people.
Burkina one.
List the people he says he's investigating.
So the OSP, the story says, OSP has identified the involvement of some customs officers, national security operatives, and clearing agents in a corrupt scheme that resulted.
The clearing agent is clearing for who?
For a shipper.
Who? You see, that is the point I keep making.
So in shipping, we have a consignor and a consignee.
Who's the consignor?
The consignor is the person sending. So it must have originated from China.
Somewhere.
Exactly. So they are shipping it. So the consignee is the person assigned to receive the goods.
Now, and we make payments.
Yes, and we make payments.
Is the consignee the shipper?
No. Consignee is the person who is receiving. So if, for instance,
who does the thing belong to?
Yeah, that is the consignee. The person, the consignee knows who it belongs to ultimately.
Hold on, I want us to use normal English and not consignee. So, Godfred has a container of toys.
Yes.
In the US, and I want to buy it from him to give to some people in Kumasi. Who am I?
So you are the consignee.
And Godfred is what?
Consignor.
Who is the shipper?
So the consignor would then initiate the shipping process. He can decide to choose whoever he wants to do.
So the shipper is the company.
Yes, that's right.
So in the question you are asking, you are saying who is the Bernard Avle in this case?
Who is the Bernard Avle?
Who is the consignee to receive the goods?
Exactly.
Because whatever cost is involved here will be borne by that particular individual, most likely.
But hold on.
He bears the cost.
If the good has been misclassified as a good in transit.
Yes.
So let's assume in this example, Bernard wants to bring the goods to Ghana, but doesn't want to pay taxes.
Yes.
So he will tell you that when you get to the port, or somebody will say to the port officer that these goods are going to Burkina Faso. So Bernard Avle will not be known because he's the one who's the consignee, but because he doesn't want to pay for the goods, he doesn't want to pay for the charge, he will. I don't know, and listen, I'm starting to correct it. They will say that the goods coming through Godfred through the port is going to Burkina Faso.
There are two sides to it.
Do you understand? So there will be no consignee in this case.
It is impossible.
No. There will be.
It is impossible.
Okay, there's always, because on the face of the documents that will be originating from whatever it is always indicated.
So it means that in this case, my address will be in Burkina Faso.
Exactly.
So even though I'm a Ghanaian, I will say I have a factory in Burkina Faso that needs the goods.
Yes.
So I'm sending the goods to Burkina.
Which also means that you are exempted from specific taxes within our jurisdiction because of the danger of double taxation, which international law principles say you should not engage in, except for.
So why are you saying that in the two examples there's a critical name missing?
Because if you say you are investigating national security operatives, you are investigating clearing agents, and you are investigating customs officers, are we to assume that they are the ones who imported the goods? No. The question I keep asking is this: we keep hearing about these mid-level people in the chain. It's a chain. You need national security people to clear. You need customs people to clear. You need certain people to be corrupted in order for it to go, right? Who is the one who is doing that?
The ultimate beneficiary.
The ultimate beneficiary is
the consignee.
To all ends and purposes.
To all intents and purposes.
The person who is perhaps going to receive. So I am saying that in the investigations, we never hear that
of the company
or persons who names are on whatever document there is.
But do you even hear of the name of who is being investigated? So, for example,
no, but in the
La
Bianca case, we heard the La Bianca.
Yesterday and today, we didn't even hear the name of any customs officer. We were just told that some customs officers. Today, OSP is adding national security and clearing agents. No names are mentioned.
You see, let me give a trial example. Last week or last 2 weeks, a container of chamfans caught at the port. We all thought chamfans had been banned. Right?
Yeah.
They said they are investigating how the thing. Who imported the chamfans? It's a question we've been asking for a long time.
Somebody's name
is there.
Yes.
So I'm saying what we need.
And that person is supposed to have a Ghana ID.
You see? So all I'm saying is, if we want to fight this, okay, it's no longer just about telling us that you are investigating customs officers. We know they are corrupt. We know the national security people are corrupt.
No, I mean that's a sweeping.
No, I'm just saying in the context of these situations.
Yeah, but we should be worried that national security people are even mentioned by an OSP.
I am coming there
as getting involved in.
Alaska, I'm coming there. Hold on for me. It's a serious matter for me. But I am also saying that we need to apply pressure so that when these investigations are made public, they need to be able to tell us. Like you said, when the La Bianca issue happened, they told us clearly this person had brought in, because there was no way somebody who brings in 1,000 whatever of cold food a week or a month into this country does that. You can tell us, oh, somebody else did it. No, it was very specific. So they need to be able to tell us, otherwise we will not be able to fight this particular type of corruption, because everybody says, oh, customs officials are corrupt. Who is corrupting them?
Which of them?
Yes, so there has to be some. I'm simply saying that they are corrupt. Fine, we accept it. Investigate them. But we need to start hearing the names of the persons or individuals or companies who are doing this.
Let's get this one by one. There are two things missing. The consignees are never mentioned.
Every time they escape.
Then
every time.
Also, the names of the specific people being investigated are not put out. Now, could there be a legal reason for that? That you see, you can be investigating somebody, but because of the nature of the investigation, you put his name out. You've probably defamed him if indeed the investigation finds out that he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You get it? So, is there a justification for just stating the categories of people without mentioning specific people?
Yeah, I think in many ways it helps to prevent the possibility of the public convicting these suspects before a court of competent jurisdiction hears the matter and determines it. But there are always two different types of these misconduct. You have cases where agents acting on their own want to circumvent the process, cut down on how much they will pay at the port, so they will keep that money. So let's say, for instance, you, the consignor, Bernard, the consignee, ensures that everything is supposed to be done properly. He raises Caleb as the agent who would receive the goods, do the necessary payment and all of that, and he's made sure that Caleb has received all the funds that he needs for the purpose, because we do know how much you are bringing in and we know how much duty you are supposed to pay. But Caleb wants to be smart. He has a chain of officers within national security and the customs and related departments who want to ensure that he does what he wants to do. They of course will share the money. So instead of say paying 100 million Ghana cedis to the state in duty, he then elects to pay like 40 million. The rest 60 he will keep some and share the rest, making sure that everybody gets the right. You understand? That is how a part of the scheme operates. In that case, Caleb is the person who is in the wrong here. The consignee, who is Bernard Avler, he's done his part. He's paid all the things he's got to pay. So in that particular case, you can't invite Bernard into a conversation publicly, because in that case you are undermining his business, you are destroying his name, and you are doing all kinds of things that ideally you shouldn't be doing. But where Bernard actively recruits with full knowledge that, oh, this man would engage in this particular conduct, which is to inure to his benefit, which benefit he is not by law entitled, then you can raise his name properly and we can fight him on the basis of that.
So the other question is, why is the OSP not investigating the first one, the Niger one? Of course, the Niger guys, the guys who were diverting supposed goods in transit into local usage, who were caught, and the Minister of Finance and his deputy issued those statements. All we were told was that they were being investigated. The institution investigating was not stated. And then we're told that the goods have now been kept in a yard in Tema. All right. And then the day after that, now we're told another 20-foot containers of palm oil also meant to be transited to Burkina Faso diverted. Should there not be a standard institution that investigates these things? Because because they work with different timelines. And I'm worried about institutional clashes because, Sky, look at it. There's police, all right? Then there's OSP. Okay. Then there's also national security.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes national security is supposed to work with police on certain cases. National security is supposed to work with OSP on some other matters. Now, here you are, we are being told that officials of customs, national security, and clearing agents have been identified to be involved in a corrupt scheme.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have a question.
You know why?
It's a very serious thing for me.
You know why? You see the example that I gave you, right? It tells the story of what you are trying to raise for us to discuss. The exporter send the goods in through a shipping line.
Yeah.
It arrives at the port. The expectation is that we do know how much goods are coming in, where they are supposed to go to. If they are supposed to stay in Ghana, we know how much you are supposed to pay for it to take it out of the port. Otherwise, you send it to a warehouse, at which point, if you want to take it out of the warehouse, you pay the relevant duty or you do the necessary arrangement, right? Yeah. But if you are taking it directly to, say, Mali, in that case, you are not supposed to pay specific taxes to the government of Ghana. You understand? So at every single time, we do know which goods are coming in, which ones are destined for Ghana, and which ones are in transit. You understand?
Right.
But what happens is that because we have a long chain of people who act at the ports to supervise specific things, and because some of them, persuaded by money or the appetite for money, would want to overlook certain things. So, for instance, although he sees on the document, on the face of it, that this particular cargo is headed for Mali, and ideally, it should not attract anything, he can then arrange with somebody that, although this good is supposed to go to Mali, why not? We need the goods here too, right? So instead of attaching officers to escort the goods out of our country, they will find a way of getting it out of the port. On the way somewhere to in Kumasi, then it branches into...
But that's theft.
No, it's not theft. So there is a shell company that is used, maybe a shell company in Mali, right? Used lawfully to import.
The owner cannot... How the owner of the goods
is not expecting
the goods?
No, hold on. That's exactly what I'm saying. So in this case, the person who is the consignee, who is supposed to receive the goods in Mali, perhaps a shell company, right, is part of the scheme.
Which is why we are saying that
when you catch them, tell us.
Two cases, there is a glaring absence of the mention of the consignee. All right, there's a principle called vicarious liability. So you explain that something may happen on his blind side. But Sky, if I am the one expecting products, whether I live in Burkina, Niger, or Ghana, if those containers bear my name, or I pay for them to be shipped, and somebody is diverting them, I should be part of the investigation.
Exactly.
So the absence of those names, and we are not even saying mention the name Bernard Avleo.
No.
You can even say the office has identified customs officers, national security operatives, clearing agents, and businesses. So I'm going to speak to somebody
who's in a business
to explain to me what is going on, why these matters have come to the fore these days, whether our concerns about the failure to mention the name of the consignee.
It's a problem or not?
It's a problem. So Kobina Atap Bedu is a procurement specialist, and I will just ask him a few thoughts. Kobina, thanks for joining the program. Good morning. Hello. Kobina, thanks for joining the program. Good morning.
Yes, Bernard, good morning.
So yesterday we heard from the Ministry of Finance they had intercepted some trucks which were diverting goods meant to be sent to Niger. Deputy Minister explains that they are investigating. He didn't confirm if anybody had been arrested, and we were asking why the company that did the import was not mentioned. Now today the OSP is also telling us they are investigating a suspected corruption involving the diversion of 50 20-foot containers of palm oil valued at 25 million cedis in transit to Burkina Faso, unlawfully diverted to a local market without payment of applicable duties. Then they say customs officers, national security operatives, and clearing agents are being investigated. Our question is, how come in both cases we don't hear anything about the consignee? Is that the expression to use? Is that the right expression?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Are we correct in asking that question, or we should go and sleep somewhere?
No, you are right in asking that question. So I followed the program yesterday as well, so I heard it. And I was asking myself a lot of questions as well. Now, at some point you were trying to distinguish between who the shipper is, and that is where it was of interest, because if you take a typical bill of lading, you would see a lot of designations. There's a portion called notify party. Now, there's something I want to give clarity to. The clearing agent follows the principle of agency, which means there's a principal and there's the agent. The consignee is the principal. He is the one who is the importer, and he is the one who bears ultimate liability. So if an agent does something in the name of a principal, the principal bears vicarious liability. So the clearing agent who would go and do kululu does it in the name of the principal. So when they catch the agent, they must catch the principal. Now, to the question, why is it that they don't mention the name? It explains how deep-seated corruption is in this country and the network of unseen arms. Because yesterday when you were discussing this, I followed it. And you yourself alluded that from your hometown, Georgia, to Accra, there are more than 4 customs points. If I'm not familiar at all, I know that at Sogakope there's one. And somewhere around Sege there's another one. So how did
there's one also at Dabala.
And exactly. So how did they get through all of these? Now let me go through the process. As an importer, I place an order with a third party in another country. And he ships to me based on an Incoterm. Now, so the person who is originating the most shipment is the consignor. I become the consignee. I can have notified parties in there, including my clearing agent, including my bank, if I'm using letters of credit. So other people can be notified parties. So a set of documentation would end up with them. But when it comes, because if I am self-declarant, then I can go to customs and do my processing and clear. But if I am not self-declarant, then I have to go through a third party who is a declarant, and that's your customs house agent. And then he does the declaration on my behalf. Now, customs does the valuation, which is what was being discussed yesterday, that they used 12 CDs instead of 20 CDs. Why? Because every single shipment that comes in comes with an invoice. Customs is able to tell what the value is, and they strike an average. So that average is what they keep as their valuation. So anytime you bring a shipment, they match it to their internal valuation, and they see how far away you are from the average. If you are far away from it, they don't mind your invoice, they set it aside, and they use their valuation to determine the duties you have to pay. Now, because usually people under invoice to avoid paying high duties, customs will raise the valuation, bill you the right duties for you to pay. Now, when people decide that we will not pay the right duties, they go through the chain and identify the key stakeholders who would influence the process, and they corrupt them. Now, don't forget, these importers who can bring 20 40-footer containers or 20-20-footer containers at a time are usually big time. So there's something that is happening in our body politics today. You find out that all the key businessmen are affiliated to political parties. So they are unseen hands. So this name will not come out, because by the time you dig to the bottom of it, that importer, that consignee, is connected to a political party, is a big wick, is a financier, or it's someone who is closer to the top.
Okay,
and
so now that the finance minister is saying that he's very determined to get to the bottom of it. Yesterday, his deputy said to me, the president is very angry. So now there seems to be some level of political interest. Because, of course, we are in an IMF program. We need money, right? And the government's political fortunes depend on raking in revenue. So should we say that this type of determination can then lead to the breaking up of this? Because to have 2 high-profile cases in 2 days, first one, 18 trucks, another one, 25 containers. Clearly, it seems as if the hunger of government for money is leading them to decide to clamp down on this. Do you see this going beyond lip service to actually cracking this practice, which seems to be very well deeply entrenched?
Yesterday, when I followed the discussion, I laughed and I said, "That's why it don't get anywhere. It don't get anywhere depending on the coloring of the importer. If the importer is highly connected on either side of the divide, by the way, and these people, who, because they know what they do, they make sure that they have their affiliations on both sides. So when it happens, they start doing string pulling. So the real puppeteers in our body politics are not the people who you see on the cameras and on radio talking politics. The real puppeteers are always the kingmakers who are behind them. So that when the puppeteers now begin to pull the strings, it will become ping pong, political ping pong, and it will die.
So you don't see this going anywhere. What do you need to see? What do you need to see to convince you that this approach is different?
Let me explain to you how goods get out of the port. When your container gets off the vessel, it goes into a container terminal. There's a manifest that shows what is coming off the vessel, which goes to Ghana Ports and Harbors. That manifest is always available to national security. So they know who is bringing forth into the country at any point in time. And if they have reason to suspect arms, contraband goods, and all that, they can go in there and inspect. So that is the first check that happens. Now, depending on the risk rating of the shipment, it will be either red, yellow, or green. If it is green, it goes through scanning. So the scanning company will be able to tell what is in the container. If it is red, it has to be opened. When it is opened, customs go and bring everything out and they count to ascertain whether the quantity that has been declared is actually so or not, or whether the goods that has been declared is actually so or not. Now, depending on the nature of the goods, you will have standards board coming to do an inspection. You will have food and drugs board coming to do inspection. So there's somebody called the state chemist. The chemist will do his inspection if it is a chemical. All these people see and go through it. So if you have something which is food and it goes through all these processes, even at the land borders, and still they are able to avoid duty, then you should understand the scale of the collusion. Now, to get out of the port, there are several gates and several checkpoints. 18 containers, for example, cannot get out of the port without the knowledge of the port security, national security, or the third-party security companies that are there. So people see it and endorse the documentation. How do you think that happens? It's a highly complex network of criminals who work together to facilitate.
So the announcement that the government is banning the inland importation of cooking oil, rice, sugar, and spaghetti and those type of things, would it get anywhere? Because it even suggests to me that the government doesn't have that much confidence in its land borders as it has on its seaports, because it basically says you can't bring these things through the land but bring it through the seaport, which means that it sort of feels like Tema is more secure than, say, Aplao or Akanu or wherever. Do you see that going anywhere?
The word smuggling means that there's a prohibition on the movement of a certain kind of good. So once you prohibit it, you create a black market, and that is where smuggling happens. So the same goods can walk through the same port, the same Aplao port, or whichever port, but it will be called a different name. And because the people there are in collusion with the importer, it will come through. Otherwise, it will come through an unapproved route. And yesterday, you listed a number of unapproved routes. Who says the customs people? They don't know. Who says national security? They don't know the unapproved routes. Who says Ghana Army doesn't know all those unapproved routes? Because you see, those same unapproved routes are points of weaknesses for our national security architecture. Because it is the same places that arms can be used to come into the country to create an insurgency if.
So we need institutions that will be committed to this fight, irrespective of which political party's ox is goaded. And it seems as if we need to see a lot more to believe that the government is committed to fighting this.
We must have more state agencies that are devoid of politics. That's the only way we can move forward.
Charlie, thank you for the insights you've given us. Kwabena Atabedu, thank you so much. A listener of the show with some expertise in procurement, laying out the issues very well. It's 8:54 on the City Breakfast Show. We'll read a few more comments. How did we even get here? We started by talking about the need for the police to update us on the hit and run situation that led to the death of Mr. Emisa. And then we spoke about garages and the need for proper oversight and supervision by the DVLA and other institutions. And then we stretched it to discuss you are supposed to read a story about car snatching for me.
Yes,
We were developing before we got here.
Yeah,
and then we sort of jumped into the whole 2 days of stories about intelligence and operation. People do ship diversion, goods in transit, but curiously no names are mentioned. And then Kwabena Atabedu comes to say the people who are into the shipping, the importers and the consignees and the consignees, they are very powerful political connections. So it will take more than speeches and announcements to show the seriousness of the government, and that we need institutions that are devoid of political control. We hope the OSP is able to get to the bottom of this, particularly because of the names I hear here. You are seeing national security. Charlie Sky, for me, if an official of national security is supposed to be now colluding with clearing agents and customs officials to rob the state of money, there should be a major shake-up in that institution.
No, you see, Bernard, let's be real. Let's be real. Yesterday, when we had this conversation, I told you about the power of the import lobby, and I'm happy Atabedu, I hope that is his name, has come to confirm what I was telling you yesterday. And it's the reason why we won't solve this problem. We won't solve Galamsey. You see, because we keep labeling mid-tier operatives as kingpins.
So we are misclassifying
the criminals.
Not just misclassifying goods.
Yeah. Because
I like that. You are misclassification.
Yes. We are misclassifying the criminals. You understand? Until we get to the point where there is a willingness to sacrifice one or two. Exactly.
There are probably political finances.
And the difficulty in that process is what Atabedu just told us. Because the buttered bread is on both sides. Whether we want to accept it or not, the buttered bread is on both sides. The import lobby is way too strong, has done this job for far too long, has corrupted way too many people in the chain for this to stop, which is why everybody is afraid to mention a name.
You are sounding like Dr. Kwesi.
Way
You sound like him. I don't know whether you've been reading his book.
No, you know, we are in the same field.
You sound so much.
I am proud that I sound like him. So I have reached far.
So you are linking. You are even saying galamsey and then smuggling. But okay, let me ask you.
Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me allow me.
I just want to ask a question.
Sky, hold on. Fabag and some people sort of said to the president that he should not just close the Aplawa and Akanu, but he should deal with other land borders. Food and Beverage Association, who are manufacturers.
Yes.
Yesterday, the president met 150 local producers. In that room, there were quite a lot of powerful companies.
Yes.
Okay? So if we are talking about power, we call it what do you call it? The power play between import lobby.
Yes.
I think that our manufacturers are also not small boys. So
Yes.
and yesterday the president met 150 manufacturers. Sky, they were heavyweights.
Yes.
So, and they are saying to the president, stop smuggling.
Yes.
Stop the importers from killing our businesses.
Yes.
Because in that meeting, of course, the media was allowed to cover the opening. They were mostly manufacturing companies, cement, ceramics, tiles, metal fabrications, pharmaceuticals. They are heavyweights. Should their power not count for something to give the political leadership the impetus to say, for once, we will say to this import and this, because obviously these are all import related crimes, right? Aren't they more powerful than the importers?
At the moment, no.
Seriously?
And you recall, we've last year, you and I had a conversation about perhaps the manufacturing lobby strengthening itself in parliament, going to parliament and saying, look, this is who we are.
I'm even shocked.
Because if you look at the strength of the import lobby and its various components, the Gutes of this country and the others who are in those who are bringing in all these kinds of goods, okay, and the amount of and their capacity to generate a certain kind of money and to give it without blinking, then the manufacturers don't look at that their support that way.
So maybe it's the way the manufacturers operate that makes them weaker. Because I feel
exactly.
That's why I want to address this.
I'm saying that just on the face of it, when I counted the companies in, if you permit me, in manufacturing, in certain sectors, I will not mention names of companies.
Don't.
Just the number of institutions under the rubric of, say,
manufacturing.
So let me give you an example. You have steel and ceramics manufacturers, okay, 21 of them. Pharmaceutical manufacturers, not importers, manufacturers. 15. Textiles and garments manufacturers, 12. Cement manufacturers, 7. These are all large scale companies. Automobile manufacturers, 7. Paper and products, 4. Agro processing manufacturers, 20. I'm coming on. 23. No, 24. Food and beverage companies, Awuni's people. 19. Okay, I'm coming on. And this is not an exhaustive list. So these are just companies I happen to know based on what I'm doing. Cosmetics, toiletries, and diapers, 10. Sky, when you put the GDP of these companies, I haven't even added agrochemicals, I haven't added miscellaneous, I haven't added plastic and recycling. Okay, so are you telling me that importers in Ghana are so powerful that these guys cannot convince government to do the right thing?
Let me explain something. You see, there's something in our space known as financial legroom to get things done. The list that you are talking about, they are the ones the state knows as manufacturing things in Ghana, right? To be able to get their business going, there's only so much they can do with the profit that they make, and that is if they make profit at all, with all the challenges we have in the system. But if you have a sector or a set of people whose only business is to import things into the country, slap profit margins on it, and turn their money around quickly. And they can do that in some cases by cutting corners, including paying their way through, so that they can increase their profit margins. Between the two, who is likely to have enough financial leg room to sponsor a candidate or to get a candidate out of a race? Which of the two? Of course, the guys who have a way of getting goods into the country and who have a way of compromising officers along the chain and making sure that they make enough money and they can turn their money around quickly. Now that is why
the manufacturer
than the manufacturer, because the manufacturer is looking at the bottom line, he's looking at everything. The tax people are going after him and all these things that he's having to deal with. Now,
but one serious country.
Hold on, let me make the point. Now, what the core of this matter goes back to something we've been discussing all along: financing of political parties and their candidates. Because if there is openness, transparency, Fidi Gadochi, we can know who is contributing to what and how much it is. Then the questions you are asking will be answered. Because in that case, we will know that Kofigo Limited supported this political party with X amount. His business is to import A, B, C, D into the country, right? And with that, we are tracking how much is he making, how much is he spending on political campaigns, and why he's supporting a particular political cause. But in this particular case, the importers, the big boys, you don't see them walking around.
No.
Right? They have people who work for them. Now, if in the middle of the night, which is often the case, or maybe during the day, they put the money in a Ghana must go back. Candidate we say or call Northern Region in Tikohunu. Why? Then you call the candidate. Your Excellency, where are you? Say, okay, I'm just about leaving. Okay, I'm sending my driver. The driver goes with Ghana must go, and the politicians know, big like that. He goes, he enters the road. He says, where is His Excellency? His Excellency is here. Then you go, and then the thing is handed over. There is no question about, first of all, how did he get this money? Why is it so big? There is no accountability from even the politician as to how the money should be used.
Traceability.
By
the time the money reaches the politicians, maybe half of it is gone.
So and you see the rule around that one is that you don't ask questions. So they say, Excellency, I'm sending you something. They do not often. They don't mention figures in this.
So the middlemen are also chopping.
But if they catch you, you can. They
are creaming off. The money is lost in transit. So they are not just this transit matter.
And you see, because also. So some of the bankers do know. So instead of counting the team they sometimes take a few out because there's no time to be counting those things. So you see, I don't want to say so much, but what?
So Sky, let me go back. So your point is that the import lobby have a lot more
financial leg room.
But we are not saying that importers are all bad.
But
we are saying that in the case of this tax revenue issues, it's much more difficult for an in-situ manufacturing company to evade tax than it is for an importer. And even that's even debatable, right? Because an in-situ company can also do something. They do. My point is that if the government says it needs money and it knows that the ports are bleeding, you may have given me money to campaign, but I've been given a job to do to run a country.
You're not serious.
You're not serious in that chair. You know how it happens. You're not serious. So first of all, this guy
wait.
Oh my Lord.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You see, Sky.
Let's hear our brother.
Sky, you are telling me that you see, once you get power, the economics changes. You are empowered to run the state. So whether you give somebody money or not, the person must do the right thing in that position, because in the position he holds, Our whole life depends on the person.
Yeah, that's the expectation.
So,
but the reality.
The question the leaders should ask is, are you the only person who gave me money? So should you be destroying my government because you gave me money?
Okay, so let you
understand? So what I'm saying is that fine, you're saying let's solve campaign financing. I 100% for that. We don't even have evidence that these people who have been caught even contributed to any campaign financing. Atabedu is telling me that they play both sides.
True.
But I'm saying that we need a government has a mandate. Right? You've been given a massive mandate of 2/3 of parliament. You control everything. Do the right thing so that the country and posterity will speak right of you. Like today we are singing Kwame Nkrumah song. All right. Nobody can accuse Kwame Nkrumah of personal corruption. There were accusations that some of his ministers were corrupt. So I'm saying that there are certain things you can't change in a day. Funding of political parties is complicated. But if you are Minister of Finance or you are President, you make sure that criminals are afraid. If somebody is in an import lobby or whatever they want to call themselves, that doesn't mean that they should destroy the country. That you are diverting 25 20-footer containers, costing the country 10 million cedis in one fell swoop. It's serious. Do you know how much money? Yesterday, the deputy minister was telling me how many things they could have done with that 82 million that these guys diverted. It's a crime against the state. And I'm saying that the government must put their foot down and do the right thing. That is what leaders are there for.
I agree with you.
They have to do the right thing. We have to encourage them to do it. Import lobby or no import lobby, there are import lobbies in every country. There are lobbies in every society.
Which is why
do the right thing to preserve the state so that our country can go forward. That's why you are there.
I agree with you. So they should give us names. Otherwise, they should stop telling us these things. No, you see, because Bernard, you've done this job for as long as I have done it. Sky, same. We have reported on these stories for near 2 decades. Between the three of us, we are looking at nearly 50 years of journalistic experience. More than yes, between the three of us. I'm just saying, if we add Caleb, even young Caleb here has almost 11 years in his socks. Between the four of us, almost 60 years of.
And your point being?
My point being that we have covered these stories from the time we were babies.
In the industry.
In the time, Bernard, mention one significant name apart from La Bianca. Mention. That has been caught.
It's a good question. And we can say same for Galamsey.
In the 60 years that we have shared amongst us, which one?
We can say same for Galamsey.
There is all, but we have heard of these customs officer, national security, whatever. This one is getting transferred. Here's the thing, Bernard. Those things will not change. Have you heard of the MPP NDC caucuses at the ports?
Is there NDC?
Yeah. Yes.
Caucus.
Yes.
They have caucus in parliament.
No.
They also have caucus in the ports.
Even within customs.
Oh, Sky. Is that where you are taking the caucus business now?
That is why when you were talking about national security matter,
he was laughing.
Our national
I want to ask you a question.
Some of the time.
I want to ask you a question.
People, some of the time. In fact, many of the times.
Who appoints? Who appoints the national security coordinator at the ports? The person who runs the national security side.
Political appointment.
It's a political appointment.
Customs.
The head of customs at the port. It's a political appointment. It's not an institutional appointment.
So are you saying that so long as our politics doesn't change, these things will not change?
We are saying that there has to be a willingness, the same as we have always decried over all the other issues. Like you just mentioned, there has to be a willingness on the side of the government at a certain point that this thing is killing us. After collecting the money,
let's assume without admitting that the people collected money. So you also, Mr. President, okay, say the
I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with the way you are dramatizing it.
You're cringing.
The way my discomfort comes from the details, the way you are talking.
Because we have details.
I've said there before. The way you are describing it is very worrying. It's very troubling.
I was going to the funeral in Kumasi. Oh, really? Okay, I will see what I can do.
They should give us a name.
We are discussing the seriousness that
they should give us a name, Aloski.
This is your drama. Go and tell Freeman you will join the actors of what's the name of the show?
The license.
Yes, because you are very good. You can stimulate.
But the importers and traders at the Tema ports who accused the past government of high import duties and funded the current party, then in a position to win power, are now importing these products into the country with the support of party card-bearing members of customs and national security operatives. This is just a tip of the issues. Check from the Tema ports and the borders how customs officers are assigned there, if not for political gains and on political referrals. National security coordinator at the port, political. Head of customs at the port, political. Are you aware that customs has NPP and NDC caucuses at the various ports of the country? As Godfrey said. So more messages. A scary one for me is the influx of DV and DP and unregistered vehicles on the road. This goes to our earlier conversation. When these get involved in unlawful acts, you are not sure of how to follow up because one can easily get a new plate. We have people using DV plates for years. What they do is just change it after it expires, and now DVLA's new plate delays wahala, keeps worsening things. Kobe sent that from my jaw. Good morning, CBS. The issue is not about institution strength, it's about human beings with integrity, which unfortunately we don't have. Eric sent that from Pram Pram. Bernard and team. The truth of the matter is that we are misclassifying the real wrongdoers in this country, as Godfrey said. That is the core reason we are unable to decisively stop Galamsey and the recent sagas unfolding across our various borders. It will be very difficult to identify and hold importers accountable when the system itself appears compromised. There are Galamsey sites reportedly owned by some of our top officials, and security personnel have allegedly been deployed to guard and protect the workers instead of enforce the law. Until we confront the issue at its roots and address the individuals truly behind these operations, we will continue to fight symptoms rather than the cause. Bright Blavo. Send that from Ashoman Estate. This one says, right. This one says Okay. So sack Tema customs boss with immediate effect. MPP group to Akufado. So this is an earlier story that came. I'm really enjoying the discussion about the port and tax leakages in the system. You guys are spot on. The leakages, when dealt with, will be better off. The consignee syndicate chain to this menace is deep. Bernard. Okay. I disagree with you. There are so many fitting shops in Ghana, okay, this is earlier, who are equally good as certified garages or whatever, and they employed a chunk of people. And I think it's up to you guys and the government to look into this sector, see what they can do to help them,
but
rather than think otherwise. Eric said
can they at least register with DVLA for starters? Because, you see, there are many issues we are discussing. We are talking about politics, import lobby, and power. But we're also talking about basic things like tracking of criminals and the way garages operate, and sometimes we don't know if they are properly monitored. Okay. Now, if DVLA say they want to do a digital registration, do you not think that they should even do an open invitation and say, okay, from now, all mechanics and garages should come and register and get a proper license, okay, so that they will have some basic minimum requirements. Because I feel like a lot of you see, when you want to throw anything, if you want to solve any problem, you have to throw light into it. There's a maxim in journalism that says sunlight is the best disinfectant. Once somebody operates underground, somebody operates without a license or a permit, or somebody is just doing what they do, a lot of crime can happen there. You get it? That's why they call it the dark world. I'm saying that DVLA and Co. must interpret their mandate to include regularizing the operations of garages across the country and insisting on some basics. You get it? Insisting on some basics, so we cannot be protected. If a mechanic doesn't have the right qualification, it's a danger to your life. Serious problem. All right. So I feel like DVLA is more interested in number plates, driver's license, and those things. But like proliferation of garages, they are licensing mechanic shops. No, seriously. You know, and it will help the society. I keep saying people fight to come to power. When they get the power, when you say you should do the work, then they start telling what the problem is. Do the job. The job requires you to regularize the thing. Use the media. Announce that the people should come. Because how are people still, read the car stealing syndicate thing. People still stealing cars and manage to keep a stolen car in a country like Ghana with DVLA that's functioning. If you steal a car anywhere, in certain countries, when you steal a car, they use the car to do an operation and they dump it. Because they know they can't even use the car. But here in Ghana, we even have a whole international ring of car stealing that they are selling stolen cars. If you are in some countries, when you steal a car, you use
that's why they send it here.
You can't use it there. You use the car for 20 minutes and you know that this car, I can't use it for anything because there's no way you can use a car which is stolen. But here, people steal cars and they change the ownership. Somebody resprays it and the car is running normally. There's something wrong.
Normal.
Am I asking for too much if I say that this DVLA and all this is? I keep saying that countries don't fail because one person doesn't do something. A lot of people don't do the right thing continuously, then it accumulates into confusion. So please, DVLA, don't sit aloof. Please find a way of regularizing our garages so that we can bring that type of crime to a closer.
I'm going to master that. I'm surprised that while you are talking about maybe a part you bought recently came from one of these sources. You never know.
I'm on my way to see Master Dakun.
Your mechanic.
Yeah, Master. I'm going to Master Dakun.
So
I'm going to Master Dakun.
Needed a lower that lower arm came from a car that was stolen.
But have you guys realized that our informality cost us more than we are willing to admit?
It does.
Because you see, a guy came to my house to fix my air conditions. He's a certified company who gave me an invoice. So I paid him.
Wow.
A week and a half later, one of the AC started leaking, and I said, "Bro,
I think you
have to come back, and I'm not going to pay you more. You didn't
at your own cost
because you are a proper. You gave me a full invoice with taxes, and I paid. So you can't come and tell me that this one is a new problem. Now, if I had used a wayside guy, let me check it and see. He comes. Now this guy, I paid him almost a lot of money, 3,000 something.
Are you sure you're from Ghana,
Biba? If I had paid a street side guy 600 cedis to do this thing for me, and the thing spoils, I'll call him next week to do it again. It will cost me eventually more. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that we all think that by cutting corners we are benefiting, but we all lose. Sky gave me a mechanic some time ago. The guy chopped my money.
These guys are don't defend.
Now there's a garage that when my car gets damaged, they send it.
I'm protesting.
They send me VAT invoice. We pay. But you see, sometimes when you go through the right process, is better.
No, but when we go together for now, they have to manage the mechanic because you can't pay.
Sometimes you see, it costs. You see, if you look at it over
it's expensive.
Caleb, if you look at how much you spend over a 1 year period with a wayside guy, you see, because there are some guarantees with officially sanctioned people.
Those ones, they will take all my salary to fix one problem.
No, they are middle level. This guy, because you see, that your government mentions his name. This
is so unfair.
No, Sky did it in good faith.
You gave a recommendation in good faith.
Yeah, and you didn't tell me that I should go to him every day. So Sky is not. What I'm trying to say that. Listeners, let's think about it. Regularizing and formalizing is in the long run cheaper,
actually,
because this guy who fixed my AC that it didn't work, I told him that, bro, this AC, I have a receipt too, and there's a warranty thing. You can't come and do AC and 2 weeks later the AC is doing Jimmy and you tell me that I should pay again. But when you go to a wayside guy,
that's true.
A lot of it is matra and makwe. A lot of the wayside guys don't even read the fine print around your vehicle. They will spoil your car. Sky, look, I have a friend who bought a BMW. And somebody was telling him that this BMW you bought, if you don't, he said that this BMW you bought in this was like 10 years ago. The mechanics go spoil the car give you. Like they spoil the car giver. Because not all the mechanics
are certified.
And Ghana man, he won't take it to say maybe mechanical Lloyd. All right. So to say dealership, because the dealership they will take your money. So you say, I have some guy, he went to Germany, he's very good for you. He's at East Legon. You keep going. Mechanical Lloyd is the official dealership. It's too expensive. Sky, if you're in the UK and you bought a car, even the medium-sized garage you send it to, there are some guarantees.
Oh yeah, there are.
There are some guarantees. The guy, you can say, because the system is working.
That's what regulation is all
You see,
about.
so if we don't build systems in Ghana, we will suffer. All of us will suffer, and we think we are benefiting. We think we are all cutting corners. As they say, obi abu obi, but in the end we are all suffering.
But it's also the barriers to entry, because look, I meet a lot of these people who have done the SSE but who did not pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way to climb up is almost sealed. So what do? You go to Master Kofi to teach you the jobs more. And you don't even have the money to do anything to even set up a shop.
Master should certify you, and then they will formalize apprenticeship.
That's the proper way to do
formalize.
it. But you see, he goes there 1 year, he thinks that he's mastered the job, right? And then he leaves the master, and then he goes to set up his own thing somewhere in what do you call it,
in the corner,
or maybe Kumasi or whatever it is, and then people's cars are coming. He will fix some, he will spoil some.
No, he will take some of the parts, sell to do other things.
Exactly. So the problem is bigger than we think. Yes, formalization, yes, but there are systemic problems that complicate everything we face.
Masca, if we generally agree that a person will not touch my car until he has a formal training, even if you go to Master Kofi. Now the government has introduced the National Apprenticeship Program, so they can even say on today, 5th September 2025, Kofi Mensah graduated from Oluman Pompi's shop. I mean, there should be some formal.
We call it free ceremony.
Yeah, so between apprenticeship and certification, you get me? I'm saying that our lack of forthrightness and our willingness to cut corners, I think it costs the economy so much money. You spend so much money on that car. The guy hasn't been properly trained. He doesn't have a certificate. He hasn't gone through the right schooling. And I know that not everybody can go to school, but there's an apprenticeship program. Go through it. Okay, there are even programs for people who don't have to go to formal schooling to get it. We like cutting corners as a society, and as a result of that, we are all paying more. But we don't want to admit it. We are all paying more. The number of times you pay, Kale, for that lower arm,
Charlie,
you are paying more. But you think that because you go and give it to auto clinic and you charge you 2,000, it's too much. So you pay 500, 300, 400, 600.
But by the end of the year,
the guy has budgeted with you for the whole year.
Charlie,
I have a think about this. If I think that if, for instance, if DVLA and co, again you've mentioned them, this is my thinking. We're doing some of the things that they were supposed to do right. Some of these mechanics actually didn't have a job. Because most of the cars that they are able to fix would not be on the road.
They shouldn't be on the road.
Good question.
Actually,
you see, because if you look at the skill sets required to fix the cars that have come out in the past 10 years.
The new cars, they are serious.
10, 11 years.
Diagnostic machine.
Yes. It requires a certain level of skill and training to be able to fix those cars. If I drive a basic 3 Series BMW from maybe 10 years ago, I won't take it to Master Dako's shop.
At all. Hey.
He can't fix it. You understand? Because Master Dako belongs to a certain school,
a certain age
of mechanics. So he can fix a bed, like he can break down a Bedford track with his eyes closed, or these buses that
that's still 121.
You know, but these ones have changed. So I think that if they tighten the rules a bit. And also enforce a bit. For instance, my favorite Abusiokai. They do everything there. It's not just, they don't just sell car spare parts there. Abusiokai, Kukumpi. They don't just sell spare parts.
They fabricate.
They would, by the roadside, they can change your engine by the roadside in an hour.
Wow.
By the roadside.
Wow.
you don't need to enter.
Is it even legal?
They will do everything by the roadside for you.
Is it even legal?
You know, so perhaps if we start considering those things, we might be, as a matter of process, be able to just even render some of these garages obsolete.
Caleb, let's read a few more comments as we wrap this up. But if you're looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this year. Insure your car with Hollard and get extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew, plus 24/7 roadside assistance for free, so you're not stuck on the road. Call Hollard on 0800 444 999 or visit any of our offices or speak to your broker today. Men's Lucky Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the World Cup in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join us for the 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, travel insurance, exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations, and more. It's not just a trip, it's history unfolding. Call Litina on 0302 934 565 or visit us at Litina at Alisa Hotel Northridge and secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Caleb, read a few more comments for us.
Tell Bernard, Caleb, that the NAP has been here for long. There was one during JM's first term. The issues around it will be told in history. However, there is the structure which is NTVET, QF, CBT, and RPL, among others, that are seeking to streamline the informal sector. Anthony sent that from Gbawe. So this one says, the watchmen who are supposed to guard against the evasion of custom duties are the very ones who aid in the evasion to enrich themselves. That is why most of the guys in national security always want to be posted to the ports and borders. They go to the extent of even conniving with drug dealers, diverting containers from state warehouse. We know them, but we are scared to talk because you can easily be eliminated. Clearing agents, national security, customs officers, port security, Abeku, please help. All of them are in cahoots with these persons. Hello, team. Until we fight the kingpins in these chain of crimes, we will never get anywhere. We have heard countless number of such crimes in this country, but at the end of the day, nothing happens. Where is Alaji in that dollar and gold bust that happened? Godfred's favorite question and favorite story earlier last year. Nothing will happen in this case, and we will come back to square one. Gaudi sent that from Tema.
There's a good one here. Other African countries are doing it. We don't need to keep making excuses. I got an Ivorian guy to do some plumbing for me. He said he spent 5 years in learning. He's just 24 years old, meaning he started apprenticeship at 19. He said he won't be able to do the work back home without going through that training program. A couple more on this. Bernard, the notion that school dropouts are the fittest too is problematic because that impression of child people are mechanics makes it inactive. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, there's more. Bernard, this mechanic issue, how do we have people study mechanical engineering and want to end up in an office seated comfortably? Imagine if half of these mechanical engineers set up their own garages, the impact. That's true. A lot of our mechanical engineers just want a collar job. So a lot of our engineers, but that's also because our industrial base is weak. Yeah. So it's not just mechanical engineers. So basically, there are 7 car manufacturing companies in Ghana who do assembly. There are hundreds of car importers. Yeah. All right. So you do mechanical at tech. Yeah. If you don't get a job in the big 7 and get a job in any of the Caterpillar companies, what are you going to do? Go and work at Unilever or go and work at a bank. So a lot of our training of engineers, they don't even end up doing engineering. True. All right.
Plus, we are also not willing to pay for their services when they do.
That is the point. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205 973 973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
The Ghana Exim Bank is 10 years old. Hooray! And to commemorate this milestone, the Ghana Exim Bank is hosting a 2-day international conference on the theme, A Decade of Enabling Export Trade and Industrial Transformation, Resetting Gexim for the Next Frontier. The event takes place on the 25th to 26th of March at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, 8 a.m. each day. President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will perform the official opening of the conference. Special guest and speaker, Honorable Elizabeth Ofosue-Jari, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Conference host is Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank. For inquiries, call 0208-541-480 or visit eximbankghana.com/conference to register. Media partners, Daily Graphic, Media General, The Multimedia Group, Citi FM, Radio Gold and Channel 1 TV. And knowledge partners include IFC and SME Finance Forum.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Thank you for your comments on the show this morning. Coming up shortly is a conversation with some friends of ours from the digital marketplace called PartsMart Hub. It's a Ghanaian-owned digital marketplace and an app designed to bridge the gap between car owners, mechanics, drivers, and spare parts suppliers.
For real?
This idea.
I told So they are solving some of the problems we discussed today, where if you want to be linked to a mechanic, if you want a spare parts dealer, genuine, you know, and this is one of the things I'm talking about, the formalization, right?
Very
so once
important.
you have a system that creates a marketplace, there are certain minimum requirements that are met. You get it. So it's a company that answers part of the problem we've been discussing. I don't know if you guys have been listening to the show, Samuel and Lord. We've been talking about the whole garages thing.
Yeah.
So Samuel Atap Boahini is the manager for PartsMart Hub, and Lord Abuaji is an assistant manager. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning.
I like the idea of a digital marketplace and app for cars, mechanics, drivers, and spare parts. Where did you get this idea from?
So, I mean, sometimes you have to look at the need
and you try and solve the issue.
Okay.
I mean, you look at car owners struggling to find parts, having to go to Abosokai, having to go to the trenches looking for parts. I mean, whilst you can be on your phone and actually access them easily. So we're trying to bridge the gap between car owners and vendors.
So what's the name of the company and what does the company do?
So PartSmart Hub is a digital marketplace designed to bridge the gap between car owners, mechanics, and spare part dealers.
Okay.
We're trying to simplify the process in which you find parts, order parts, and have it delivered to your doorstep. We want to cancel out the stress of you moving from your mechanic shop to Abosokai to look
or
for
Kukumpi for that matter.
For that matter.
Okay.
And on your way to Kukumpi or Abosokai, you're wasting time. I mean, anything can happen, traffic, whatever.
Yeah.
And you are.
So you bring the parts to me.
Yes.
And I get it through an app.
Through an app.
So how do I get the app?
So so we have it on Play Store. We have the app on App Store as well. You can also access it on our website www.partsmarthub.com, and you can have access to all the parts. As a vendor, you have access to the portal to upload your products as well.
So who is PartSmart Hub built for?
Okay, so PartSmart Hub is actually built for mechanics. It's built for spare part dealers and car owners. Also
mechanics, spare parts dealers, and car owners.
Yes.
Mechanics, spare parts dealers, and car owners. Okay.
Right.
Can you walk us through a live demonstration of how to buy from the app? So, Sam, are you going to do the demo, or
yes.
Lord will do it?
So I'm gonna do a demo whilst I go through here. So on the App Store, you are typing PartSmart Hub.
Okay.
Parts.
This is for both Android.
Both
so let me,
Android and so
like
parts
this.
as in PARTS.
Okay, so let me go to
MARTHUB, PartSmart Hub.
Where's my App Store? Forgive me.
Parts.
Good, is here Play Store.
Yeah, you would see
PartSmart
Hub.
PARTS
MARTHUB.
MAR. Yes, I have it here.
Yes, sir. So you.
Is it the blue one?
Yes, sir. You click download.
Is it the blue with white?
With a wrench.
Oh, okay. With is this one?
This one.
Which one?
This one with a wrench.
The wrench in the middle. Okay. PartSmart Hub. Okay.
Yes.
Auto and vehicles.
Yes.
Okay. So
you click it. You download it.
So the PartSmart is one word actually based on the hub. So it's PARTSMART.
Yes.
And then the hub is.
Hub. That's right. That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
So
you download it. You sign up.
Oh, good.
It's gonna give you the option of registering as a vendor or as a customer.
Okay. Oh, nice. Genuine parts built to last. Featured products are there. View all anywhere in Ghana.
Yeah.
2024 Toyota Tacoma fender left. Money is there.
My God.
2015.
So the price is also there.
Price is there.
The mechanics go vex you.
So if I like, so when I click on like, it means I'm interested.
Yes, you're interested.
Then there's a conversation that ensues.
The reason why we put the price there is for you to know how much you're paying for what you are buying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, it will not include transportation costs.
Yeah.
So if it's the 180, so this Toyota thing is maybe 1612, then you add a markup for the transportation.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. All right, so it's very simple to do this. And how do I pay then? Momo?
You can pay via Momo or by card.
Momo or card, still inbuilt into the app.
Inbuilt in the system.
Yeah. Okay. So what about a vendor? Maybe I'm a shop owner. I sell car spare parts. How do I get my car parts onto your app?
Okay. So the app has been built to accommodate too many vendors. So we have space for so many vendors, and there's actually trying to see how we can encourage more vendors with parts to onboard, because you can't have an app where you have just limited inventory. We're trying to make sure that before we hit the ground running, we have so much inventory that everyone would actually find what they're looking for. So we are a new startup, but with vendors, we are encouraging that they should jump on the app right now because it's free at the moment.
So vendors can go onto the app to
upload
their products,
so that customers can have a view of it.
I see. And they don't have to pay anything for that?
No, now it's free.
Now it's free. You can upload.
But how do they deliver? Do they deliver themselves or deliver through you?
So the app delivers.
The app is like, what I'm saying is that if I go on the app to buy a part from Caleb, is it Caleb who send the good to me, or you will be the intermediary to send it to me?
So we are being intermediary.
Okay,
so we are trying to bridge the gap between you and Caleb.
So you make sure you have the part and then you send it to me.
That's right.
As the one who runs the app.
That's right.
So what are some of the benefits of signing up to the app as a vendor?
Okay, so for mechanics, you are saving time, and it's efficient because you boarding the transport all the way to Kokompe looking for a part, you can actually order it in less than 15 minutes. So as a mechanic, you're saving time and you're being productive. So that's one of the benefits of the app. For vendors, it gives them a wider customer base. As compared to you having your shop in Abosokan in the shop, you actually have your product on an app, which is giving you a wider customer base for everyone who wants access to it. So some guys would have their parts in the shop for years, but there's somebody out there who's looking for the part. Somebody wants it and they've been looking for years, but you have it in your shop. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever you have in your shop, you upload it on the app, and then you get better viewing.
Because Bernard, if you enter Abosoka and you don't know someone there to lead you to where exactly you're going, you can spend the whole day.
I tell you.
And I changed my steering last year, and after you change it, something covers the steering down there, so you don't see the cable. Bro, we go the shop where they sell the steering. So they are searching. They have different models. So for some time I was driving a car without the thing covered because we couldn't just find the exact thing. So with this app, all that stress would have been gone
in 15 minutes or less. You're having your parts ordered.
How can people reach you to talk to you about these?
Okay, so you can contact us on 055 068 7273 or 020 3422 or info@partmathhub.com. Yeah, these are the ways you can actually.
Again, can you repeat that?
Sure. So you can reach us on 055 068 7273 020 3422 582. Also on info@partmathhub.com.
All right, we've been speaking to Samuel Atabuahini and Lord Abuaji from Partmath Hub. Download the app. You can make payments, buy your stuff, your car parts. You can get mechanics, drivers, and all those other people to be connected. It's a really interesting innovation, and I encourage you to patronize. Thank you, gentlemen, for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, blessings, and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer, and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503-159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Ah, 12 minutes to the top of the hour, City FM 97.3. We're coming up with more, but before that, Providence Insurance.
Yes. Do you drive or own a car? Then make sure you are protected with motor insurance. You can trust Providence Insurance offers comprehensive third-party fire and theft and third-party only motor insurance with fast, stress-free claim payments. Insure you from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Visit any of Providence Insurance's 16 branches nationwide, agency outlets or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for enquiries or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals, 10 for corporate clients, and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives. With Provident, man, you are covered. After receiving hundreds of nominations for the Channel 1 Community Legends from communities across the country, the set for the most deserving and heartwarming stories are underway. Every entry is being carefully reviewed as we identify stories that truly inspire and create impact. So get ready for the exciting reveal and grand celebration of the 10 Channel 1 Community Legends, only on Channel 1 TV and Citi FM. And for all those looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. It's available at your local store. Call us on 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love.
Well, we'll end with another message we got on the whole no bed syndrome. This is from somebody we know. Caleb has the details.
So on 1st February 2026, my father was not sick. He was not weak. He was not on admission anywhere. He woke up healthy, had his bath, went about his normal routine, and even checked his blood pressure. It was normal. Shortly after, he suddenly collapsed. We acted immediately. We rushed him in a taxi to the nearest hospital to save his life. Instead of emergency care, we were told there was no oxygen, so they could not admit him. In a life or death situation, a hospital had no oxygen. We then rushed him to Lekma Hospital. The doctor did not even examine him. He was not taken out of the car. Without proper assessment, he was pronounced dead, and we were told the ward was full. How do you declare someone dead without even attempting to treat or properly examine him? Refusing to accept that, we moved to police hospital. There, a doctor and nurse came with a stethoscope and a monitor. The monitor showed he was breathing. His heart was still beating. He was alive. Yet, after back and forth discussions, we were told they could not admit him because the only available ward was for police officers. Are emergency wards now selective? Does a human life depend on occupation? We were then referred to 37 Military Hospital. By the time we got there and they attempted resuscitating, it was too late. My father did not die because we delayed. We moved from hospital to hospital begging for help while he still had a heartbeat. No oxygen, no space, no admission, no urgency. 4 hospitals, 1 life lost. This is not just unfortunate. It is systemic failure. This is negligence, and we refuse to stay silent. How many more families must go through this before accountability is taken seriously? We demand answers, we demand responsibility, and we demand change.
We encourage families affected by this to keep sending these messages. I think somebody said on the program today that there has to be an official system to receive these complaints. It's part of the healing, and it's also part of reckoning on what needs to be done about our health service. So, if we don't keep talking about it, people will treat the healthcare emergency as business as usual, and we don't want that to happen. So, for what it's worth, if you can send us more of these messages, we will put them out, push them to the health ministry. This is what the people who are the end users of the health service we say we are providing, this is what they go through on a daily basis. All right? So that the Ministry of Health and the whole team around the Ghana Health Service will come up with solutions to this problem of the no bed syndrome. It is evil. It must never be allowed to continue. And we should not treat it as business as usual. The day we begin to accept this as normal is the day we should give up. So we should keep the fire. Thank you for sending that message. May your father rest in peace. And for all those who have lost relatives because of the callousness of our health system, may they find repose and may you be comforted. But we definitely will continue with the advocacy until we are waiting for the ministry's committee's work. Yeah. We're waiting for the HEFRA committee work. Yeah. But we're also waiting for long-term measures put in place to deal with the issue. Yeah. We are told that we need a central command center where the ambulance service calls and the people are allocated. Right. This was suggested in 2018 by Occupy Ghana.
Way back.
We think it's a brilliant idea. Way back. A central coordinating center. My guest yesterday called it the brain of the emergency service. Dr. Darcy Gantai says that brain can allocate. If you say, I'm calling from Medina, it will tell you the closest hospital and the bed availability, which is objectively done, not on the basis of who you know. If we don't solve that problem, the next person may die and we will not be able to solve it. This is something we should all be concerned about. It shouldn't just be because somebody has died somewhere. Say to your young Kuma, to your dream. Let's not have that mindset. So we are asking the national emergency system. There should be a coordinating unit between the Ghana Health Service, the ambulance service, the hospitals, Ghana Health. Come up with a plan to manage this bad thing. And what is needed, the Ministry of Health and the government must supply it. Right? The minimum required for hospitals, so that this what's the word to use? This the cop out of we don't have a bed will be solved. There must be a more objective way of determining whether a hospital can have a patient. And also the private facilities that just push people to hospitals without proper communication, who, because they don't want to do the work, just push the people to a facility who are frankly overwhelmed. A doctor tells me there are lots of hospitals in Accra, public hospitals, that need to step up and bear their fair share. So whether it's Tema General or Lekma, there are lots of hospitals that just need one or two things so they can also cope with some of the pressure Kolebu and Co face. We must upgrade them. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. We shouldn't just allow the outrage of our Mr. Emisa's death to go away. We must implement change. So Ministry of Health, we are still waiting to tell us what are the key actions and recommendations around no bed syndrome. 2018 was a big issue. 2026, it must not continue. So we need some specific actions to reduce this thing of no bed. And the hospitals also put in place measures to ensure that your first respondents, they are not just using no bed as a refrain for we don't want to do anything. All right? Because anybody can face an emergency at any time. And if we don't fix the system, it may affect us in ways that we don't know. So please. All right, so Ghana is growing. Our cities are expanding. With this growth and expansion comes the issue of sanitation. But there are questions. How do we manage our waste, protect our environment, and secure our future? The Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE, in collaboration with the Environmental Service Providers Association, ESPA, and other key stakeholders, are inviting you to a stakeholder conversation on the economic importance of investing in waste management and sanitation. It's a research report that's been promulgated through ISE. Join us on Thursday, 26th February, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Alisa Hotel. If you want more information, call Vincent Shakwate 0244-766-492 or email vquate@ug.edu.gh for more information. Good morning, Bernard. I picked an accident victim to 3 hospitals in Accra, but they all told us no bed. The hospitals were Kolebu, Ridge, and Police Hospital. It was the Momo Polyclinic that gave us care and treatment. This is from Just Lord. All right, so that's all we have time for today's edition of the City Breakfast Show with the team Richard Sky, Goffred Akotobo Afu, Caleb Kuda. Coming up next, City News at 10 with Samuel Akom. Good morning, Samuel.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up, Ghana police arrest 3 students in connection with attack on Obrachre Senior High Technical School student. And President Mahama vows to take stringent action against persons found smuggling and counterfeiting. To the details of our stories now. The Ghana Police Service have arrested 3 students in connection with an attack on a student of Obrachre Senior High Technical School. The violence broke out after a district inter-schools athletics competition involving Swedru School of Business and Obrachre Senior High Technical School. Some students sustained injuries but have since been treated and discharged. Central Regional Education Director Dr. Juliet Dufie Otami says investigations into the incident are ongoing.
The police had made some arrests. We are still investigating, and I know that it might not be only the 3 students. Others may be passed. So we are still with our investigation. The police are on the ground, so we are believing that there may be others who may be passed. They will get to the bottom of everything.
Of the 3 that were arrested, are they all from the same school?
No, the 3 are from different schools. Obrachurch, 2 and 1 from Swedru so far. So we are yet to get more information.
Dr. Juliet Dufie Otami is the Central Regional Director of Education. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education is advocating for a comprehensive review of extracurricular activities following recent incidents of violence in the schools. The latest clash involved students of Obrachurch Senior High Technical School and Swedru School of Business. Speaking to Citi News, Deputy Education Minister Dr. Clement Apak says the ministry is ready to work with stakeholders to find lasting solutions and prevent further unrest.
Something is not right, and I think we need to go back into our own history, the history of secondary education, to identify where and how the current situation came to be attractive to the extent that students are willing